I think it's that time again.
Maybe.
For those tuning in for the first time, welcome to the Level 857 Video Game Podcast, where we discuss video game related topics, reviews, releases, events, anything we feel like talking about.
Perfect.
All games.
That was the first one that was ever perfect.
All games.
It's not over yet.
No, it's not over yet.
Yeah, give him time to fuck
It's
up.
still a chance.
From now until they pull the plug, we're going to be your hosts. Turbo857, right here.
Jason, a.k.a. Stikz, right here.
Al, a.k.a. Alg857.
Eric, a.k.a. the 23rd Stallion. Yeah.
And there you have it. And there you have it. Any news before we get into this topic?
Yeah.
Any news?
There's GameStop news.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't even put that on there, but
Well, there's GameStop
talk
news.
about that.
What happened with GameStop news? Tell me, please.
You can get some savings.
Oh, they're trying to, yeah.
They're trying to compete with Amazon and Best Buy.
Not even close.
And what are the specifics?
It's $30 a year,
Yes,
Okay.
for 1 year.
just for 1 year.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You get 20% off. Only used games. That's it.
Because that's all they want to
Trade-ins.
do is sell used games.
Yeah.
We went over this
They
before.
they can't sell 20% off new games because they make their money off of the new games. So
No, they make
that's
no-
the value right there.
They make
always
no
a
money
cash.
off the new game.
Yeah.
So they don't want to
Yeah.
sell those.
Yeah. So,
So-
that's the value.
Okay.
Okay. So
20%.
Best Buy still got them with the 20% off new games, and Amazon still got them with the Prime members with 20% off
And
new games
2-day free shipping.
and free shipping. Well, don't they have free shipping on GameStop also? They have 2-day also.
Yeah, that's right. That's another thing that's added
Amazing.
to there.
Amazing.
I'm all about that too. That fucking free shipping.
But
That's
Not worth it.
It's not worth it at all, man. It's $30 a year. It's like I have the Gamers Club card. I'm also a Prime member, so you get. I already get the 20% off. I just choose which one I want.
But do you have
Yeah.
is that part of the Powerup membership?
Yeah,
It is? So at least you get the magazine.
yeah.
I looked at
which
that-
I fucking flipped through in like 5 minutes.
In 2 minutes, I was done with that book.
I gotta admit though, I download their I got that going to my phone since it's a phablet phone.
It's trash.
It's it's improved.
It's trash.
Their app is good. No, their app is good. But the regular browser that they used to have on the tablet when I used to read it on the Surface,
They did fix that then? 'Cause it was terrible.
it was terrible. On the Surface, it's terrible. But when I downloaded their app, they're
Yeah.
much better. I was like, okay. I was like, this is how I wanted to read.
So they have integrated videos and stuff in there?
Yeah. Well,
They
yeah.
should.
It's like videos. Yeah,
It's online.
Not really.
Not really. I don't remember seeing any videos. I remember just reading the articles.
Print
Nah,
is dead.
GameStop's hurting, man. They're hurting.
Well, let's see if it helps them at all.
It's a hard knock life.
I doubt it's gonna help.
Well, hopefully they don't go out of business because Mikey B's owes me a $25 GameStop gift card.
Everyone use all your gift cards as soon as possible.
Yeah,
That's true. I
gotta
I still got one.
I'm gonna use
You
mine
don't know
for
how long they're going to be there.
In October, I'm using mine.
Mario Odyssey. That's pretty much.
Because after the
I'm gonna use
Switch, GameStop is gone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Seems to be the only thing keeping them making some money right now.
I read something like that. Yeah, it's like the Switch is is the only thing.
Speaking of
keeping them on. That's crazy.
speaking of Nintendo, we got some more news.
What do you got? What do you got?
Miiverse is no longer going to be supported.
Oh,
I read that. I read that.
Shutting down November 7th.
No more nudie pictures in foul language in the
how
Nintendo
upset,
universe.
Upset Kevin.
Yeah,
He's
so-
so upset.
so
I
goodbye
like
to
Miiverse, man. I
And you know
really
what's
did.
fucked up? It's going to gimp a lot of games.
It is.
It's going to gimp a lot of games. that are-
117 games.
That shit is crazy.
Well, it's not going to say gay in the background anymore.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because that's all I saw in those things. Just trying to get away with some stuff.
No.
But, I mean, sometimes they have some good drawings and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
they would help you out by telling you what to do or, some stuff like that. It wasn't all bad.
Yeah.
But
No, it was good stuff. There's a lot of creative. No, a lot of creative artists on
I
there.
saw some crazy art.
I mean, it was good for the 3DS and Wii U,
Yeah.
right?
Every time I played Wii Fit U and I did like exercise and stuff, I got so many people like cheering me on. For me first, just like, liking the fact that I completed exercise. I'm like, I didn't even know this was going on. But, it was
They say, keep going.
it was a relatively pretty friendly online gaming community, and
Until you get into the dark
It
side.
makes you wonder what Nintendo's going to do with the new with their app.
The dark side of the Miiverse.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
Disgusting.
the dark side of it.
Yeah.
There were boobs.
It's like the dark net.
There was curses and boobs. Vulgars everywhere.
Pedophilia. Jared.
That's too far.
Jared.
It's too far.
That's
My
horrible.
bad, my bad.
Yeah, that sucks. That's getting shut down.
It
It's
doesn't
going.
suck. Who cares? We don't care. You know you don't care.
I honestly don't.
Well, I haven't played the Wii U
never
in a
done
while.
anything on there.
I barely touched it since I've gotten the Switch.
You know it was annoying every time you pass a level. It says right here. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
Oh, well, you can usually shut those off, and yeah, I shut those off a lot.
That's
They
what
have,
Nintendo's
those,
doing.
they have those cool little drawings though in the back of one of the stages in Smash Brothers.
Yep.
What was it? The Miiverse stage. They had like a bunch of random drawings.
That
and
was
stuff like
cool.
that.
Yeah,
It was pretty cool. But I mean, if you're getting rid of it, I don't give a shit.
They're gonna have to put default pictures up in all these
nostalgia.
games.
Yeah.
Actual
Think they'll
art.
do that?
Put up the
Yeah.
actual art of
Yeah,
the
why not?
fucking game.
Play a
That'd be
pixel
dope.
art. Something.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit.
You know, remember back when that Mario Paint game?
Yeah.
You can draw your pixel art in there, and you can animate it. People used to make like Samus or Samus, however you want to say it.
Samus.
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 Does anyone ever really call her that?
Samus Aran.
Samus.
Samus.
I've heard it called terrible things.
That's Samus Aran.
Samus Aran. But when they had Mario and Link and everybody, and they would just animate them and put them to the music, that was pretty cool.
That with Mario Paint, yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
I never fuck with Mario Point. And I would probably suck at that shit.
They did a lot of crazy stuff. Not me.
Some people are great, really, really good with that stuff, but not me.
I actually just had a remember PlayStation Home?
Yeah,
Remember that shit?
I remember that. I used to bowl in there. It was pretty cool.
Man.
They had a
Home.
movie. They had a movie theater.
Yeah,
You
they had
could
a
go
movie
in there
theater.
and go like Netflix and watch movies with everybody. That was
Yeah, you
pretty
can
cool.
invite
Really?
people over.
Yeah.
Your avatars are going.
It was way ahead of its time. It wasn't.
Really?
It didn't do what it needed.
It's basically Miiverse before.
Miiverse.
Well, it was like
Miiverse. Actually, it was more.
it was like
you could
what was
buy
it,
a
Life?
house or whatever, and you could like customize it and
What's that game?
get a pool
Like
table.
Afterlife or
Yeah.
Was it
New Life or some shit like that, or
Half-Life.
not Half-Life?
Half-Life.
I knew you were going to say
Second
that.
Life.
Second Life. There you
that
go.
was it.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. And I guess they wanted it to be a big world like that, where people just lived in there.
Virtual
Home.
world.
Yeah,
They've always been pushing
they had ideas.
virtual reality for a long
They're like,
time.
if you hate your real life, you could
Exactly.
be
No,
somebody in virtual reality.
That's what it was. It was like a social media alternate reality.
Yeah.
type
Then
of
you
thing.
go in there and try and meet a chick, and it's a dude.
Yeah.
That's where it all ends. That's why these get shut down.
Yeah.
Someone gets pissed off, goes and
spammers.
kills somebody, and then they have to shut it down.
I'm shut it down.
I remember there was a
Shut
story.
it down now.
I remember there was a story. Somebody got married on that shit.
Found out
Like
it was
they
the
got-
wrong person.
Wow.
That shit
They
was
got
stupid.
catfished. They got
Yeah, yeah, big time.
Yo,
Catfish
people
is
people
foul.
are marrying their pillows now. It doesn't matter.
Oh, it's fucking sad.
What are they doing with those?
It's fucking sad, man. You don't know what it's been.
It's terrible. It's
crazy.
It's terrible.
The struggle.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You ever see an anime pillow at like a garage sale? Don't ever buy it.
Anime pillow at a garage sale.
Oh, man.
Burn it, burn it.
Don't buy that thing.
Oh man, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Is that all the news?
I think so.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I don't think
right.
I don't think I have any news.
So on with today's topic.
Yes.
Today's topic is sequels and sequels that we want.
Games that deserve sequels.
Yes, we're going to tell you what we think of games that need sequels.
Oh,
But
wait.
what's
I
that?
just remembered. I had it. I didn't write it down, but I was trying to remember the news, and it's actually going into the main topic.
We're
but
past that. No.
no, it's going into the main topic. There's a Bully 2 has been announced. It hasn't been 100% confirmed, but
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna.
There have been leaks.
Yeah,
Oh,
Pretty
Rockstar, right?
Rumors
Bully
have
2, yeah.
persisted that Bully
A
2
sequel.
will come out.
finally.
Oh,
His revenge.
and it was good, right? The first Bully was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it
it
was
was an
good.
odd game. It wasn't what people thought. It wasn't
Right.
what the people against gaming
Right.
wanted it to be. They wanted it to be something like, oh, you get to beat up little kids and stuff. No, it was nothing like that.
You fight the bully, right? It's always like
You're a kid
You
getting
are the
bullied and
bully.
stuff.
you
No,
are the bully.
You get
Oh.
bullied, then you have like choices or whatever. And it's
Yeah,
like,
it was more of a morale
yeah,
game.
Really?
yeah.
But it was good though.
Yeah, it was
It
good.
was good. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
It was like Manhunt. No, it wasn't.
No,
no, it wasn't. They wanted it to be like
Oh,
Manhunt.
man.
They wanted it to be like Manhunt, but when they found out and actually played it,
Yeah,
Right.
they're like, "Oh no, you can't talk about it anymore."
Mhm.
I remember those days. Those are the early GTA days.
Rockstar,
But,
man.
But yeah, that's a sequel that may or may not come out. But speaking of a sequel that actually did come out,
Mhm.
Sonic Mania is making the waves right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Haven't-
you guys have it, don't you?
Yeah.
I have it. Yeah, I'm halfway through the game actually.
Uh-huh.
So it has from what I've heard, I haven't played it yet, but I've heard that it is the Sonic that people have been waiting for.
Me and Eric are
Yes.
gonna do a co-op let's play of that pretty soon. Pretty soon.
Oh, it's really good, man.
Yeah, I gotta play it.
It's good, though,
It's
yeah.
like they took all the best parts of Sonic that you remember, the 2D Sonic.
Genesis days.
Yeah, the Genesis. They took all, even the music.
Mm-hmm.
Every stage has its own music. Every stage.
Did they bring back the werewolf Sonic or the black dragon?
No.
This is the good Sonic.
The black
No,
dragon.
all just the best parts.
It feels like a sequel to Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Remember that? When
That's
you
the best
combine the
one.
cartridge. That was the best Sonic game I
The
played.
best
Yeah.
music, best soundtrack.
Yeah,
By far.
it was awesome.
This soundtrack, the soundtrack in this is very good, man.
Yeah.
So what they did
It's
was they
excellent.
got people who were in the modding scene or in the ROM creation scene,
Mhm.
and they got fans who were actually pursuing it and making their own games out of the ROMs that they've hacked,
Right.
and they got them to work on Sonic Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of the main dudes who was working on like his own sequels. So he got his dream job, and that's
Awesome.
the way to go. Like if you're gonna get somebody, get a fanatic that knows what they're doing.
Oh, you mean like what was it? That Metroid game that the fan made, and
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo said, "Fuck you! You're not going to sell this shit.
Another
We
Metroid,
own the fucking IP.
Was
You're
it
not making this shit."
another Metroid 2 Returns or whatever, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it when they make fans make games like that
Oh,
aren't
no,
coming out, and they do a really good job with it because
Well, it
it's
takes a
like,
long
It just-
time, but
it
they
just
use,
sucks.
They use it to learn
Yeah.
how to use
Mhm.
the tools. Basically,
yeah.
it's like when you're making a site, you make a site, you copy a site that you want to make, and then you learn how to do a website, and you end up doing another site or whatever.
Yeah.
So they got that guy to do it, and just like that Metroid guy, he got a job. It's not from Nintendo, but he got a job in the industry now.
That's
Yeah.
So it
Right.
gets you somewhere.
Yeah.
But
What happened
people-
to that guy that made the Metroid game, though, man?
That's what I'm saying.
He's
He's working?
he got
Oh, he is
hired-
working.
I forgot
Okay, they
what
did give him a
I
job.
forgot what studio he got hired to.
He got hired to the studio that is making Ori.
Or
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, he's doing level design
Really.
for the new
Good.
one. For
I wanted to play that one,
what was
but
it Wisp in the Willows or whatever?
Will o' the Wisp.
Something like that. They
Yeah.
took out a word. It's weird, but but yeah, he's making that. So yeah, you do get to do your dream job if you do it right.
Mm.
But back to Sonic. So, what do you think that they've done right in this one that they've gotten wrong in all the other Sonics? I
The
mean,
speed.
so they got the speed right. Does
Yeah.
it feel
Yeah.
like Sonic?
Yeah, because I didn't think Sonic 4 was a bad game. But it just the physics was a little off, and I didn't like the speed. I thought he was
I
a little
heard
slower.
they fixed it in episode 2.
What? Oh, really? The speed?
Yeah, so Sonic 4 episode 2. I looked at videos and it looked like it was quicker.
Another
And it felt better.
another
And they had
thing-
tails in it also.
Sonic 4,
Mm.
the camera was not as good. Like you couldn't see
What was ahead of you?
what was ahead of you.
This bad game.
So it was kind of like pushed in
Kinda.
too much. It was like zoomed in.
Wasn't Sonic 2 big? He was kind of big in that game.
No, I'm talking about
The levels of
Sonic 4.
Yeah, Sonic 4. Was he
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
big in that? He
Well,
was
it's
like kinda
closer
lanky.
up.
Well, it was a zoomed in version,
Yeah.
so you really couldn't see what was ahead of you.
It was
So
like
should have
lanky.
backed up the camera.
Yeah.
That
So
probably
the
would help.
camera placement in Sonic Mania is perfect.
Yeah.
Also the power ups, man. They have a bunch of power ups. What was it back? Like I don't even know what the hell to
The
call
sh-
them, but
the
the
shields.
background, not items, but like the
Can you interact with the background?
what the hell is it? The thing that it's hard to describe this shit. The thing that you jump on that shoots fire, whatever, and like you discover that it's actually a spring. If you if you lay on it
Right.
and you stay there for like 2 seconds, it actually springs you up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got stuck in one part and I didn't know how to get packed.
So
over this level.
background in like interaction
Yeah,
with it.
yeah,
So.
like new enemies and shit, and new background interaction,
Yeah.
which actually adds to like a puzzle kind of.
So they found out the nuances that got you into the game and got you into it the way that they believe was
Yeah.
best for the thing.
Like, remember the first time you saw Sonic do the loop?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like that. Like, discover. They have other versions of it. They have one that's like a vertical one,
Mhm.
Okay.
a funnel one also. It's like, oh, this is cool.
You know what's
man.
crazy though? With the who would have thought like years later they basically did the same formula that they did for Sonic when it was popular, and it still works to this day without doing,
That's
crazy
because
crazy
people always-
graphics and all this other stuff
No,
that a lot of these
Because
things
people
are.
think change is always
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
And
Right.
sometimes what works just works. Leave it
Yeah.
alone. Or just add a little bit.
I remember one
Yeah,
of the.
Valkyria Chronicles.
I forgot which dude this was, but it was one of the guys who was making. I think he made Sonic Unleashed,
Oh god.
And
Oh, no.
they were talking about the problems of Sonic in 3D, and they were
He's
just
no more.
like,
He's swiped off the planet.
Yeah,
they're
right.
like, it takes a long time to make a 3D Sonic stage. He's like, and you're zipping through it so fast, you don't even see a lot of
If
what
you
they
make it
do.
like, if you make it like Unleashed, it doesn't take long at all
That's the thing,
because
because
it's terrible.
they made him into a werewolf to slow the game down. Like that's
Damn.
because, but
Well,
the thing
That's
is,
not Sonic.
that's not Sonic.
That's what they did with Sonic Adventures. Also, that's why they had the other characters.
Yep.
Like they had the big cat.
Because
And
making it takes a
fucking-
long time to make a
Right.
Sonic stage. Then
Right.
when you're Tails, he
Right.
had 5 stages, but they were Sonic stages. They
Right.
were already Sonic stages.
Right.
You know, it was just, and you would just race Sonic to the end. So it was a shortcut they did when they moved Sonic to 3D. But yeah, it's like, I guess it's completely 2D. They got Sonic, they got his physics right. They got the music is awesome actually. Even
They
the
had a
remix
guy
music.
who made remix music for the like just online, just making remix music on YouTube. They got him to do it.
Oh,
So these are all fans
yeah.
that did the
I
whole
love
thing.
when shit like that happens. That's cool because a lot of these people do really good, especially with the remix music. So I look up a lot of the remix music for like Ninja Gaiden and stuff like that people do at home and stuff like that. And you know, the fact that someone was doing that with Sonic and he got an actual job from that, that's cool. That's really, really cool.
Sonic just needs even with 3D games. If you make a 3D Sonic game, he needs to run. And he like Sonic Boom.
I
He
think
wasn't
that's
he wasn't
well,
fast.
Well, that's the
No,
challenge. That's
another-
the challenge with that stuff. It's because with Mario, there's exploration, 3D world,
You don't
exploring,
run.
but Sonic, you're just going
Well,
as
here's-
fast as possible through everything.
When
So
that
it's
whale
like,
hopped up in Sonic Adventure though, and it was chasing you, that was
That was awesome.
because you were stuck on a thing.
Yeah.
Couldn't move.
No, another tough thing is when they make 3D Sonic games, they have the that auto whatever run thing, you know, because it's going too fast.
'Cause you don't control
can't
it.
possibly control it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like,
So you
oh,
just
it's on
watching it.
autopilot, and it just you see
Kind
him
of
do
what
all
Sonic
this.
does anyway. He kinda
Yeah.
goes on-
As long
he
as
kinda
you're
goes on
holding
Kinda.
first, as
When
long
you're
as you're
going
holding first.
But in a 2D
forward,
Sonic, you
that's
still
fine.
have there's still physics involved. Like you can, you know,
I mean,
like
you
if
can
you
go
stop
left or
running,
right.
this isn't about
Yeah.
physics.
if you stop running and you're going on the loop, you does fall. It's
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
you know, it's not like it's on automatic. You know,
Well, you can
But
fall. You've seen those you've seen
You can
videos of
still-
Sonic in 3D. He goes right through that thing.
Yeah, well, it goes through the polygons.
You still got like
Straight
dodge
through
and
the
stuff.
floor. And then,
Like the first stage in Sonic Adventure 2, that was one of the best 3D Sonic stages ever.
Nah, Highway.
Like that highway.
Highway was. But I mean, there was Sonic Generations that people forget about also. which-
Yes, they do. I gotta play.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't beaten that, but
That
I
was-
liked it a lot when I played it.
That was probably the best Sonic before Mania. Other than
3D
1, 2,
Sonic.
and 3.
I like
Yeah.
to separate it in two categories: 3D Sonic, and then 2D Sonic.
Well, that's both.
Generations
yeah, well,
both. Yeah.
kinda,
No,
kinda,
it's
kinda, because then you have to count Sonic Rush because that's 2D, but then in the 3D background.
Nah,
and the
that's-
bosses are-
that's-
No, 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 no.
that's
Then the
straight
bosses
2D
are,
though.
and then the bosses
They
are
have
3D.
Sonic Generations
They have
is
fat
a
2D Sonic.
They take the 2D stages and then you can go on the same stage 3D style.
Yeah,
That was
but
crazy.
Sonic Rush, you could do the same thing on the boss battles. I'm talking about is 3D, and then the 2D platforming is on the stage.
Sonic Rush was almost there.
That's
That
what I'm
was pretty
saying.
good.
It's you kind of
But only with the bosses,
technically-
though, right? It wasn't with the stages.
Yeah, only with the bosses. All the boss battles are 3D.
Okay.
then
Generations has
the-
the stage.
The
though.
stage
Right.
was
Yeah, like the same stage is 2D and the
Right.
same stage is 3D.
what's the 3D Sonic game that's coming out in
Forces.
Forces.
Forces? That's
Is
right.
that
I forgot
similar
about
to
that.
Generations? I
Yes.
heard it was like a
Probably.
semi-sequel
Yes,
to that.
I watched videos of that actually.
Yeah?
It is very similar to
You
it.
can
And
create your own Sonic character.
the boss battles
Really?
are.
Yeah, you create your own character that rolls with Sonic.
I never. That it just. I don't like
They're
that.
trying.
I was
They're
like,
trying everything.
So I can
still.
finally make
If you
Shadow over
see-
again and have the real Shadow Sonic.
I have to say though, I saw a video gameplay of it. It does look promising. I saw a boss battle. It reminded me of Sonic Rush and Generations,
It
and
didn't
also
look bad. It didn't look bad.
it actually
Are
looked
they
like
gonna
it
do some
ran pretty
sales
good.
since this new one is doing
I
so
never
good?
know. Every time it's 3D, I never fucking.
It's
know.
a-
I
it's a
really
gamble.
Never know. It's always a shot in the dark with 3D Sonics. I hope it does well, but you know.
seriously,
But
we shall see. We shall see.
Well, that's a sequel that's doing well. So
Sonic Boom.
now, let's get no.
Let's
Get on, let's get on.
Sonic Boom.
Let's get on to the sequels that we want to see now. So Sonic would have been one of them for me, but yeah. So let's start around over there.
All right. I only have a few on my list, but one I would love to see as far as the sequels are concerned. Not to sound too much like the remake podcast we did not too long ago.
Don't say it. Say
it
something.
has to be a sequel.
I'm gonna go. All
Has
right.
to be a sequel, man.
I still would like to see a sequel, even though I would like to see a remake of one of the games in this series. Now, I'm not going to go there yet. I'm going to go completely new. Okami needs a sequel.
Oh.
That's with the
That's a
dog,
good
right?
That's what.
Yeah.
That's a Link if he was a dog.
That game Okami was awesome. It did
Twilight
get a
Princess.
sequel. It got a DS sequel, which wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It was I think
Really?
yeah, Amaterasu, I think that was her name. She had a pup in the second one.
Oh, that's right.
And
I
it was
remember that.
and it was a good game. The DS one was a good game, and it was a continuation of the story from the first, which was pretty
Draw on the
good.
screen.
Yeah.
Is
Makes
that
sense.
cell shaded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
That did
cel-shaded.
look good.
Yeah.
And they go.
Was it something that? That's what I was just about to say. What pissed me off about the game because I remember sitting over there and I heard some noise.
I like the music. I like the art style. I like the lore. It was Okami is just a great world. I love to see it.
They said if there was a game that
In
outdid.
HD.
They said if there was a game that outdid cell shaded Zelda, that was it.
Well, I like Okami better than Wind Waker. Absolutely.
You heard they are making an HD version of that, right?
Of what? Okami?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Rumors.
That's pretty cool.
I heard it might be.
I like to see a sequel though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like instead of a remake. The first one was done really, really well. It doesn't need a remake. It still looks great.
I thought it was too long.
It's a long game, and the
Well, I
DS
haven't-
one's not short either.
I haven't played it,
It's awesome.
so
It's
I would
definitely-
take a remake.
The way the dungeons seamlessly transition from the overworld is like you don't even know you're in the dungeon till you're in the dungeon.
Oh, yeah?
You know, and you're like, oh wow, like it feels like the overworld still, but it's dungeon. You know, so it's
But you're a dog.
yeah.
Oh, wolf.
It's like it's kind of like it's much better than Twilight Princess's wolf form for Link. You know, much better. But it's awesome. Okami. I'd love to see a sequel to Okami. That'd be awesome.
All right. What you got?
I have a bunch. Let me see. I will pick the obvious. Actually, not so obvious. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks needs a sequel.
Oh,
This is
Wow.
a continuation from the last podcast.
Kind of a little bit. They were originally going to do one called Fire and Ice with Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and it got canceled. They even had like
Because of Game of Thrones.
because of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, get out of here with
A
that!
song of fire and ice.
As Kevin would say, get out of here. Get out of here. No, but yeah, they canceled it for some reason. They had like pictures of like some of the backgrounds in the game that released, and then they just fucking canceled it for whatever reason. But it played so dope. Of all beat 'em ups, it was so cool. It was the combos were dope. The fact you could do fatalities on like henchmen and stuff like that were very cool. It's a very old game, but I mean, if they brought that back now, played exactly the same, maybe add a couple of things to it, add more characters, obviously, that would be fucking amazing.
I would like to see it.
yeah.
I mean, did you?
I remember that epic showdown with Reptile. I think that's why I got
That
killed.
you stopped,
I
right?
think
You
so.
stopped that reptile.
I think so.
Yeah.
It was a great game, though.
No, that game was so fucking good. The fact that you could beat someone up, juggle them, and throw him, and your boy can jump up and catch the guy in midair.
And then throw him
And
into a spike.
and throw him into a spike. That's
Fatality.
fucking crazy.
That
Actually,
was
I kind of want to play that again.
I don't want to play it because it didn't have friendships.
Oh my
No.
god,
Friendships.
Babality.
Imagine.
that is
Babality.
You know, I never understood why they had those.
Because it was a joke because everyone said it was too violent. They said, all right, we'll put in some
Friendship,
babies.
babality.
Yeah.
Come on,
And it didn't work. Didn't work
That's
out.
fucking stupid.
It was nonsense.
What's wrong with friendship?
the animality.
Friendship.
Friendship.
Wait,
What's wrong with that?
wasn't Sub-Zero a secret character in that game?
Which game?
Shaolin Monks. I think he was.
Yes,
Was it?
and Scorpion. Yeah,
Scorpion
Yeah,
also?
Yeah, Scorpion. Yeah, we played them. We played as Scorpion and Sub-Zero in that game.
Oh, wow. That's even cooler.
They just like but you're still
Wouldn't it-
Luke Cage
In
and
Cage
cinemas and
and,
stuff, right?
yeah, in the cinemas.
You're
It's
acting
just-
like him, but you look like Sub-Zero.
exactly.
So
It's like
Yeah.
I wonder how that game
The Luke,
aged.
Kung Lao.
Kung Lao. Yeah,
Kung Lao and
Oh, it probably
Luke
looks
Cage.
okay.
Yeah, it probably doesn't look bad.
No, it's like it's Xbox. It's not gonna look. It's original
It's gonna
Xbox.
look blurry.
I'm
if
just
anything.
curious, man.
Yeah, well, it wasn't
Because
HD.
some games didn't,
age
even
well,
from the
like
Xbox days, did not age.
Yeah,
well.
like Brute Force.
yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah,
That-
yeah.
Oh,
was
gosh.
it Brute
Yeah.
Force? Is that the name of it? Is that the name of it?
Yeah,
Brute
that's
Force?
it.
Okay.
Oh, brute
Yeah,
force. Oh, god, that did not age great.
You know,
That lizard?
you know what the thing about that is I was looking at videos of it. I'm like, how did we see where the enemies were? It's so blurry. It was so blurry and
That
muddy.
was
I'm like,
before.
how did
like,
we see them?
That was 4 players, man.
It
And I
was.
think we played that 4 players.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was-
no, we did.
That was. Oh
there
my
was, like,
god.
Clouds everywhere. You couldn't see nothing.
I couldn't see anything, but we played it and enjoyed it at the time.
That's a Microsoft original, right? Like that's
Yeah.
made by
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
They need to bring that back.
They need to stay away.
It would
I
be
mean,
dope
they
now.
could improve it.
No,
Yeah,
it would be
seriously.
dope now, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Third
yeah,
person?
it-
Why
A
not?
reimagining of that.
I don't want no lizard man.
what?
I don't want that guy. That was so default. It was crazy. That was probably the only interesting thing about it was that lizard man.
That was hysterical.
Damn.
So bring him back. Yeah, fine. If he can laugh the same way.
Next up,
What you got?
I have a game on this list that could be actually a remake,
No.
he said no.
but it could be a sequel. There should be a sequel of it. And this is a game actually that I've never played. I've watched Eric play this, and I always wanted to play it. That's why I'd like to see it remade.
Might be on my list. Maybe.
Eternal Darkness.
Oh, it's not
Oh, that was on my list.
That
Yes.
was, that was
Oh, yeah?
on a
Oh,
big list.
shit.
Yeah.
I
Look at
like that game a lot.
I never
Not on
played
my
it.
list.
I never played it. I've watched it being played.
You know what?
Always interested in playing it.
It's an interesting game.
Never
It's
played
not
it.
my type. Even though I played it,
Like
it's not my
Indian
type.
Stuff like it was just a weird.
I like
story.
it was.
Out there.
I bought it and I didn't even like it that much for the first few chapters, but it grew on me as I
There
kept
was-
playing like different
There was
stories.
charm to it, though. There
Yeah,
was
like I
something
understood what was
about
going on.
Wasn't
and,
there like a
like,
bathtub scene that was like
No, it was like,
Yeah.
they
Scared
had
the fuck
a
out
a
of me.
jump scare there?
it had a
Fuck.
sanity meter, and once your
Yeah.
sanity meter goes down, weird shit happens. Like
It
the
reminded me
knock,
of
the knock on the door and shit.
Messed
That was
up
like,
Tomb
they
Raider.
were trying to do something on Kickstarter and it fell through, so I think they might try again.
Nobody
It's-
wants that.
no,
It actually has a big fan base. That game.
It's got
It's
a
mentioned
cult.
a lot. It's
Yeah.
mentioned a lot still to this day.
It was the first scary game on what N64. What was it for?
That was
GameCube.
GameCube. Okay.
Yeah. Not didn't come out too far
Now,
after.
that'd be good when that should be brought back. I would like. To
I've heard
see.
rumors of it actually happening.
It would probably scare the fuck out of me with today's graphics, so I definitely won't play it.
Oh
so
god, imagine that.
Get a
shit.
VR version of that for Kev.
Oh yeah.
Get out of here!
All right, mine is I would like to see, well, with like Overwatch and everything, like those communities and like E tournaments and like just E games and all that. Why you gotta make all that?
Yeah,
cheese?
what was that?
Yeah, man.
But with esports and everything, I'd like to see them bring back Twisted Metal Black.
Twisted Metal.
Twisted
Black.
Metal Black. Why
Not
black?
Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal
Twisted Metal
Black.
Black, yeah.
I
They
want
can
to
make the
see,
remember
sequel
that.
white.
no
Twisted Metal white.
No, it would not. It would not be cool.
Oh my god.
Twisted Metal Black had like this dark edge to it. It was like
Right.
It was evil. Like it was really, really dark.
They still had the clown.
Clown was there.
Sweet
yes.
Tooth.
Sweet Tooth was there. But I mean, just the way they did it, it was polished. It was really good. And the way everything's online now, anyway, they might as well. Like that's a franchise that I don't know why it's not around anymore, especially the way things are.
Right.
So I think that would be smart for them to bring back Twisted Metal, especially with everybody from PlayStation needing their franchises. So
That's not bad.
I would bring
Yeah.
back Twisted Metal Black because it was cool. Just the way the way they did things in there, the remix like Painted Black song in it, and just the characters, just the storylines that they had in there
Yeah.
were just so twisted. It's like Twisted Metal. But it was crazy. It was crazy, and it was very good. And it died out,
And it died. Yeah, I was like, I just like,
and it was successful.
yeah,
Twisted Metal Black was successful, but it just disappeared after that.
that's weird.
What system did that come out for? PS3?
PS3, I
Three,
believe.
right?
PS2. Might have been
PS2?
PS2.
It
Yes.
died in the
Yeah.
two. It didn't. It never
They
made it to three.
They came out with
No Twisted Metal came
Twisted
out
Metal
three.
on 3, no?
Don't recall them having another Twisted Metal.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a
Whatever, it's too
Wow.
far gone. It should be back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. I didn't know they died in two. All right. I guess Toshinden. I'm kidding. I'm playing. It's like no. Kid Icarus Uprising deserves a sequel. That game is one of the best 3DS games, hands down. If you ever played it,
Never played it. No one's played it.
It's kind of like the flying is kind of like Space Harrier, but
Okay.
a better Space Harrier.
Yeah.
I mean, Planet Harrier.
Yeah, probably like.
Planet Haraya.
Were you able to shoot in different directions?
How would they do it though?
What a different? You can make it the same way they made it.
For the 3DS?
Yeah, the same way you made it on 3DS.
Why not make a console version?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, yeah.
Like
well,
the
No,
Switch.
make a console. We
Hell
fucking
yeah.
Switch,
for
man.
the Switch.
Come
well,
on.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think
Console.
Well, watch
yeah.
go.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
No.
Like, how would you, like,
Nah, Kid Icarus needs to be on the damn Switch.
Well, yeah,
Definitely
and
needs to be on
not
the
well,
Switch.
not a sequel for the 3DS. Obviously, the
Okay.
Switch
From
you know?
Alright.
from that game that was on the 3DS.
Yeah,
Okay.
from that game. Yeah, of course. Why would you want it? Don't
How
make
would-
a 3DS is dying. All right, so it's
No,
on
that's
its
what I'm
way out.
asking. It was,
Yeah.
just asking. Just curious.
What?
For the 2DS.
For the,
Yeah, boo.
That's alive and well.
But it's no Kid Icarus Uprising. The writing in that is hilarious. Like the script, it's hilarious. It reminds me a little bit of Disgaea. The way the writing is.
Didn't the writers who did like Paper Mario or whatever, didn't they write that?
I think they might have had something to do with that. Yeah, it's funny, it's serious, but doesn't take itself serious, and it's just like there's just too many.
Well, it breaks the fourth wall, right?
Yeah, it breaks the fourth wall. They talk
Self-aware.
about like we've been asleep for 25 years, but that was the last time Kid Icarus came out. And but
Yeah.
That's all.
it's like it's
And
funny.
you said they kept the eggplant music, or
Yes, yes.
not the eggplant. I'm sorry,
Eggplant
the
Wizard.
the crazy woman who screams when you hit her.
the witch,
Yeah.
the Grim Reaper, yeah. Her music, it's same,
and it's 8-bit.
it's the 8-bit
that's
music.
perfect.
Yes,
That's you can't change. You can't make a remix version of that music. You have to just leave it stupid and 8-bit.
No, they're very aware that can't be changed.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I would be all over that game if it came out because
Nah.
I'm not touching that 3DS bullshit.
It is an awesome game, Kid Icarus
Well, there's not
Uprising.
many games like Panzer Dragoon or Space Harrier or Space Harrier.
It's half Space Harry, but when you get to land, like it's half flying, and then he touches down on
And
the
he goes,
ground.
oh!
And the game plays different when he's on the ground, and it plays like it's weird.
Get
it
ready.
plays like a 3D Smash Brothers when you're on the ground.
That's
Really?
weird. I gotta check that
Yeah,
out.
it's like with the way you do attacks and stuff, and you dodge out of the way. I was like, it doesn't play like anything, but it's
They
awesome.
gotta bring that to the Switch if they're smart. They'll do
It's
it.
a little bit like Sin and Punishment, but not really.
yeah.
But it's like it reminds me. It's like it's crazy.
Didn't that get a sequel?
Yes.
Sin and Punishment had a
The
sequel.
one
right?
for the Wii is the sequel to the one for the N64, and I love the one for the Wii. I beat that. That was awesome.
Yeah, what's that other game? Gemini. What's that? What's
Gemini
that?
something. Gemini Matrix? Was it Gemini?
Nah,
Some- I know what you mean though.
It was
Yeah,
in that same.
that's an N64 game. Yeah.
Yep.
The Lost System.
What's yours, Eric?
Let me go with something that I haven't said before on a podcast. I would do a sequel to Marvel Alliance.
Marvel Alliance.
With all the superhero movies coming out and you got the Infinite War.
But you know what they'd have to do with all these movies coming out?
Right.
Get rid of the X-Men because they have to do the Marvel one.
Sucks.
Yep.
That sucks.
Paul, come on. What if they didn't want to go
No, the licensing.
Right.
One
so they
Fox.
can't come out with a game based like there's not like a movie version and a
'Cause they're
comic
not
version.
Marvel, it's still
They
Marvel.
could do a Lego version.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they could do Lego.
That's about it.
Like
No, even then, they're
fucked
still
up.
focusing more on Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
it's like there's gotta be a way to put him in.
So you better like Guardians of the Galaxy because that's
Yeah.
Marvel now.
talk to Stan Lee.
You know what's
all
messed
right?
up
They
though?
ain't got no power.
It's fucked up because
right?
like that's one of the best stories is the Infinite Gauntlet. That's the best. I would love to see that in.
As a whole universe, yeah.
Yeah, because you could just throw in everybody in there and
You will.
just make it so fucking cool. But
That would
like
be the
And
shit.
Lego.
It's been,
Licensing.
it's been like
License-
10 years, right?
for what? Since
10
the-
years.
it's Marvel
almost.
Alliance.
Yeah.
Since the Marvel Universe started
Yeah.
to get into that world.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's
Yeah.
a long time. Imagine if they had all of them. Like if they had X-Men involved and they had all that and they had all those stories intertwined. That's
crazy.
almost impossible.
Yeah, that's really impossible. No, I think it'd be great. It would be pretty.
It would probably be better than how X-Men turned out.
Oh,
Oh, man.
God.
I miss Marvel Ultimate Alliance and X-Men Legends. Those are great games.
No, they're really awesome.
Didn't they had a sequel originally, right? There's two.
I heard that
They had Marvel Ultimate Alliance too, right?
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a
It
sequel
was
to that
Civil
one.
War, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah,
that
Civil
was
War.
Civil War.
Civil War was the second.
Wasn't
one.
as good as the first.
Oh, what
one,
did they came
but
out
it
with
was
some
good.
other one too, a bad one after that. Like it wasn't,
It was I think a PC type game.
I think it was on the phone, right?
It's called Marvel
It was
Heroes.
like it was like Diablo.
Yeah, Marvel
And
Heroes.
It's actually available for the PS4 right now as we speak.
It's a
Is it worth it?
But it's
No
more
one's
like
ever
it's
downloaded
like
it, though.
Diablo like though.
Well, yeah. It's
I
like
saw it. It was kind of.
it doesn't look as cool as Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but
No.
I do want to play it just to see.
I
it.
saw
I
a
don't-
review on that.
How-
Not
what
good,
did it
huh?
say?
Angry Joe did a review of that.
Was he angry?
And it was pretty bad.
Ooh.
I saw it in motion.
A lot
it
of
didn't look
no,
fun.
it was a lot of in-game transactions and shit like that.
Ah,
Like,
boo.
yeah,
So it's like for your phone. Then.
pretty much, yeah.
Boo.
It's like a mobile game, a free-to-play game,
Nah,
basically.
that shit's got.
How was
why
the
you never
action,
heard of
though?
it.
Was the action at least?
No,
good?
garbage. Next.
Yeah.
Yeah, garbage. I saw the action and it was like I saw Cyclops
Yeah, no,
shoot
it's-
someone. The guy just walked through, hit.
Yeah, no.
I was like, no, that's corny. That's whack. That's corny. Get this shit
So
off.
it's a cell phone,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Yeah,
smartphone.
That's why it's been forgotten.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
That's a shame. Jeez.
Next one on the list here. Let's see.
I have so many.
Oh, me too. I actually have quite a few. This next game is actually I think you played this. You recommended this game for me to play.
You might have the same one as I do.
And this game was fucking. It was a diamond in the rough, man. It got hidden by so many other games, man.
I feel it.
Shadows of the Damned.
Oh, that wasn't on my list, but that game's a shit. That game's a shit, though.
Shadows of the Damned was a fucking.
Yo.
It was one of those.
It's a quirky Japanese game.
No, it's good.
It was quirky, but it was like
third-person action adventure or survival horror.
third person. It wasn't really
Adventure-
survival horror, but it was,
Comedic horror?
Comedic
Yeah.
horror.
so,
The
you go
golden,
to hell.
The golden slug, though.
Boop, boop,
This shit is
and you had to follow him,
the best song ever.
and you're following him in the dark.
Hell yeah.
Anybody who played this would know what we're talking about.
You have to watch this song.
Man. Did he say baby or some shit?
baby.
It's so
It's just some song that comes on with this golden slug leads you down like a path every time.
No, it was a good.
Make that?
It was a
No
good game.
Heroes?
No, the Suda guys, Suda
Didn't
51.
the Suda 51
Did they?
make that? I
Did they
think so.
make that? I don't remember that game.
I believe
It
so.
plays
look it up.
like Resident
Kind
Evil.
of like a Resident Evil.
Resident Evil 4, like an action style, like the way it controls. It plays like Resident Evil 4,
Mm-hmm.
but and the tone is like very dark.
Yeah.
But
Except when
there's
you're
like,
fighting on that naked lady.
Yeah, but
It's just weird. It's just weird.
yeah, no, exactly. It's like
Out there.
a self-aware, like weird B movie style.
But
like-
you're talking gun.
yeah.
Is that a problem?
Mexican accent.
Is that a
I don't even
problem?
know what made me play it, to be honest. I have no
No.
clue, but I fucking liked it a lot.
I
So
saw a
much innuendo in
review.
there.
I saw a review of it on. This is going way back. X-Play. Remember that show?
Yes. I was Adam Sexless.
I saw a review of it on X-Play, and I was interested in that, and then I forgot about it, and then you played it, and then I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that game, and then I
seemed
played it, and
interesting.
I was like, wow.
I didn't play it, but I watched it.
I would
and it
like
was
to see
interesting.
what they could do with the sequel, man. I think and the game still holds up today. Like if you play it,
It
for
does.
the 360,
It does.
it would still be fun. You would
Still
still
good.
enjoy
Well,
it.
it would be kind of like
It wouldn't be dated.
your game that you played just now, Evil Within, kind of, but not as evil.
Evil Within, but not
Evil Within,
It's the
but
same type of
but
area
comedic.
where that game would be.
comedic.
Yeah.
It's a comedic Evil Within.
Yeah.
Evil Within just gives you heart attacks.
All right,
Really does.
my other one. All right, so I don't know how to make a sequel to this, but I still want one. Street Fighter Alpha.
Oh.
I want a Street Fighter Alpha 4.
What's
because
wrong with 5 and 4?
Street Fighter Alpha was always my favorite Street Fighter.
What's
Me too.
so great about
My favorite was
Alpha
Street Fighter
4?
Alpha 3.
It's just fun. It's not Alpha 4. It's not out. It's Alpha 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
the
you're
music,
right.
the music was in it. It was more lighthearted. It was more cartoon based. It was just funner.
I think that was the last
Think
one.
so?
I think that's the last one I played, and I beat Jay. And
How would you
Yeah,
like it? 2D? Or would
yeah.
you like it to do
no,
like
still 2D.
Marvel?
No. Street Fighter Alpha. I want it the same way it always has been. I want it
Okay.
to have better graphics, yes, but I want it to be just like Street Fighter Alpha. I don't want any Street Fighter 5 in it. I don't like. I like Street
No,
Fighter.
what
5.
about Marvel? I was going to say Marvel versus
no
Capcom.
No,
Not
nothing like that. Nothing like that.
No?
Nothing like
Nah,
that.
he's like
All
that
right.
Street Fighter.
I
Alpha.
can't stand what they did to that.
Is it the air blocks?
Air
You
block,
miss the air
baby,
blocks?
all day. I love the air blocks.
Yeah.
I
Well,
did miss
air
air
blocks.
blocks.
Air Blocks is fun, but
I
I mean,
love
just the way the game played.
I'm
It
talking
just
about
felt like-
graphic style.
Felt better?
No, stay far away from Marvel vs.
Really?
Capcom. Yes,
Guilty Gear.
more like that.
Guilty Gear
I want
Exit.
more 2D than that. I mean, even if
Guilty
it's 3D,
Gear
but
Exit, where it's 3D. It's
Yeah,
still
I want the
cel shaded,
graphics
but it looks 2D.
like that, but I
you
want it to
swear
be
it's
2D
anime.
though. I don't want any. I don't. No, I don't want it to look like that.
Street Fighter
I don't like what they
Alpha.
did with Street Fighter vs. Capcom at all. I have no interest in that game at
Street
all.
Fighter versus Capcom.
Capcom versus was it Tetsunuka?
Tetsunuka.
Yeah.
That game was dope.
That was your favorite one?
I like that
The one
game.
for Wii?
That
lot.
shit was good.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
a good
fun.
game.
I don't know what they did, but it was fun.
Right.
Right.
And his new the last one, part 3 or whatever, was it Marvel vs.
Marvel
Capcom
vs.
3
Capcom
was
3, you like-
horrible.
I
to me.
like
Horrible.
2 better.
2 was way better.
I like 2 better. It's
Two was
cause,
way
probably
better.
because of characters. I miss Gambit and everybody.
It was terrible.
It's like,
I don't have any. I,
I don't think it was terrible.
I have
but
no hopes for this new one.
I like Beautiful Joe. I like Sir Arthur.
That should be on somebody's list.
I want Street Fighter Alpha 4.
In
Next.
fact,
I actually omented that because I knew a lot of
I don't have
somebody was
it.
going to put it on there.
Somebody should. Beautiful Joe needs a damn sequel.
I didn't put it on there.
Let me see. All right.
I
a
was.
game.
It was a very odd, like
I was
like
gonna
the
put-
super
oddness.
deformed
I like-
Power Ranger.
I like the oddness though. It worked.
It was
Was it Davidson's in the house? that sold me.
They need more Japanese games, man.
Let's see. All right. A sequel.
You're going off the top of the dome.
Stop making these sounds.
A
People are
sequel.
listening.
You have this written down, motherfucker?
Yeah.
No, it's on my head. It's on my head.
What the fuck?
I got a bunch in my head.
Lies.
All right. This game. should
That's
get
a good
sequel. Jet Set Radio. needs a
Okay.
sequel.
Okay.
Like a real sequel.
More like Future or more like Jet Set?
All right. I like Future's gameplay a little bit better, but I like how you were timed in the first one. You know, like you're.
So it's just not you walking around.
Yeah,
getting
aimlessly.
lost.
Because it was just like, okay, you're just walking around tagging everything, and it was less. You know, like I like hitting the motion.
You like the
under
pressure
control.
of having the cops run after you and all that stuff.
Yes, that was the gameplay. You know, it's like just going around the world and exploring and just tagging.
So instead of them working on the level design, you want them to work on just the gameplay more.
Because Jet Grind Radio, you had like levels and you had the time and you were running away from the cops.
Yeah.
Running away from the cops and level is cool, but Jet Set Radio Future, the whole world was connected. It was connected.
Too big.
And I like it being connected, but I like the time attack, at least for the stage. Make stages out of that world.
Yeah.
You know, so
you
I
have
would like
different types of ways to play. If you wanted to do both of them, you could.
Yeah.
Okay.
More or less.
So you got parts where you're in the game doing certain things, then the cops run after you. And then you got to do that other part.
Yep, you gotta feel the pressure, and you gotta be
bosses.
like, okay.
Bosses.
And different, like, you know, and different walls have to have, like, you know, bigger graffiti and smaller. And the Jet Set Radio Future was just like, press a button. Oh, you're done. You're done.
No, you want to actually control it.
Yes.
And we want the dog back. We want that dog. No one gets the dog. It's a secret character. You have to be really good.
Put a dog on it.
Yeah.
And you gotta bring that song back.
Oh, no.
Hello, Aisle 10. I want to hold your hand.
All right,
I haven't been. You remember that?
All right, next game.
Hey, man.
Yo, the whole time he was waiting to bring that up.
That's why you said the whole game, just to say that part.
Yeah, I wanted that.
So Eric, what do you have for your next game, man?
The girl from aisle 10.
All right, Kev, we're done.
That was a great song.
I would probably. You could probably agree with me on this. I
Drop that shit, homie.
I thought it
Shit,
was
homie.
That was
Shit,
it.
homie.
Are we done?
Sorry, no, man.
Are we done?
It's classic.
Are we done?
That's all right. That's my song.
Vanquish.
Shit, I forgot about that.
Sega.
Vanquish needs a
Hell
sequel
yeah.
as soon as possible. That is probably one of the dopest
Yes.
third-person shooters I've ever played.
That's a Japanese
So fucking
Gears of
cool.
War, right?
Oh my god.
Pretty much with a
Basically.
dope
With mechs.
slide
Yeah.
in slow motion.
Yep.
Just like that.
I actually thought about when you told me you played it recently. I kind of wanted to play it again because I'm
Recently
like,
came out for the PC like a couple of months, like maybe 2 months.
The game
it
is
was
shit.
so good. The weapons were cool. The
Everything.
bosses were awesome.
It was so arcade.
It was very arcadey.
It was dope.
It was so arcadey. And
Slept on.
Gears of War.
To me, it feels like it never came out.
Right.
It just
Nobody talks about
no
it.
one talked about it. It got rated very good, but no one ever talks about it, and that needs a sequel. I don't even care. Like if it's just different levels and plays exactly the same, I don't give a shit. But it was so awesome. That needs a sequel as soon as possible.
I think that got the backwards compatibility listing also recently. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why that name popped up for some reason. I think.
Actually, I really want to play that as soon as possible. That's a really
We got it.
That's an awesome game. But yeah, that one.
All right. What you got over there?
Shadow of the Colossus.
A lot of shadow over there.
Yeah, well,
Shadow.
I got 2 in my list, so. Yeah.
Whoa.
I'd like to see a sequel to that.
Okay.
Whoa. No,
Do you know- do you
they
think
were
they can
making a
do a sequel
remaster,
after?
so a sequel's
All right, Kev, stop talking.
Can they do a sequel to that? Yeah, I think they could do that.
Because I know the remake's happening. I don't know the way.
Well, usually
I played it.
before they make a sequel, they do a remake.
I played it. I don't know if they can do. Well, it would have to be a completely different story. Like
Yeah, no,
completely,
it would be
not
like-
not a spin-off from the other one. Maybe
Right.
some lore from it.
Yeah,
But yeah, all right. Okay.
same mechanics,
had
different
a lot.
different character, maybe in a different.
I'm wondering if they can if they're adding anything to the remake that they're doing because I know they had a lot scrapped from the original.
Really?
Yeah, they had some bosses that they didn't have in it, and like they've had it in the game, a whole level like areas in the game that people haven't gotten to. They took out, so they could put that in the sequel. But I don't know. Maybe they'll put it in the remake.
What do
People
you
complain.
What do you guys think?
I think that would be kind of
I don't mess with any of those games, so I don't really care about them.
I've been waiting to play it. Jay's been hounding me for years to
Yep.
play that game.
You're gonna play the remake. Shut up. about
I'm
it.
probably going to play the
He
remake.
said, shut up.
Papa.
Shut up, you're playing it. And that's it.
So to keep with the shadow theme.
Shadow.
Oh shit! Another Shadow.
No, this is just out of nowhere because
Wrath of the
like to
Black
see-
Manta. Let me stop playing.
no, it's not a shadow. Shut up over there.
Shadow of Mordor.
No, that's already a sequel.
I know.
Shadow Complex. I want to see a sequel.
shit.
Okay.
I want to see a sequel to Shadow
forgot about that
Complex.
game.
It's a Metroidvania game. It's kind of like a 2D siphon filter, which you can also use a sequel.
I'm about
but I
to say,
don't think-
Siphon Filter.
Yeah,
I don't think
that could
that
use a
would-
goddamn sequel.
I don't think it would actually work now, but but that's why I wouldn't say Siphon Filter.
Wow.
But Shadow Colossus, yeah. Shadow Complex is a game that definitely I would like to see again because that was real fun.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a great job of making it like a Metroidvania.
Right.
And it's weird to do it that way with grenades and stuff. It's just a weird. It was great though. It was just it was perfect the way they did it.
I saw you play it. It's on my list. Never got to it.
It was great.
I played halfway through it and I stopped playing. I
great.
forgot why.
I mean, they did the Bionic
was a
Commando
good game, though.
remake. Like it's in that type of vein, the way it looks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's always good.
it's great.
Side scrolling, 3D worlds or whatever. You can go in the
It's
background.
addicting. I beat it that day, and I came back and tried to beat it again as fast as possible. Just because I was so addicted to it. And then I got lost.
I did that with Fire Emblem, remember? I was
Yep.
like, oh, I fucked the whole thing up. Time to start over right now. Like some psychotic shit.
So you got something special when you could do that. But if they could pull that off in a sequel, sometimes they do a sequel and it just sucks.
Seriously.
So hopefully, if they can pull up the same magic that they do in the one that's good, then I want more of that.
Seriously.
Obviously, I'm not asking for a bad sequel.
You don't think Siphon Filter could work now?
They
I
have
think-
that.
I
they
There was
have-
a time where that type of game, it was just good to be running around in 3D
Well,
and just shocking the shit out of people.
Well, here's why I say
They
that.
would have to keep some of that charm, like that stupid run he has.
Yes.
If you get rid of the run, then it's not the game.
Well,
But he's just like,
the thing about that series, I think
like
it ran
this.
its course because the sequels weren't as good as the original, and they
Yeah.
used to pop you in the head.
PSP.
And holy crap, it was bad.
There'll be some
you'd
long
walking,
stages.
Like, yeah, I'm about to get him, boom, snipe in the head, one shot,
Yeah.
and no way you could even know where it's coming from.
was it
That's
one or
bad.
two that had like a long stage, like a very long stage with the tanks and shit? It was
I don't remember.
there was
I
just-
remember-
long stage.
I just saw how it fell apart over time.
I had
Yeah.
two.
and I think it was a time for that type of game.
but the taser on the
Well-
scientist though.
And they would do first person and ruin it if they did.
Well,
it.
here's why I
Oh
said
my
that.
God,
The
that'd be
the reason
terrible.
why I asked that was because Metal Gear's gone to shit pretty much because Kojima's been fired or whatever, and
Yeah. I mean, if it was polished enough,
Konami just let him whatever, right?
yeah.
So if they replace that
With
Metal
Siphon
Gear nostalgia for a Siphon Filter to take its place, I think it could work, man.
Yeah,
They would have to change some things. Here,
You gotta
around
have
here,
that
but-
fucking taser wire.
I want the taser
to burn
them.
scientists.
I want them to burn their face,
An open world siphon filter.
drippy skin,
trippy skin.
better graphics. I want it terrible.
yeah.
That's crazy. My game
What's that?
What's that?
that they should make a sequel for. Phantasy Star Online.
A sequel?
They should get a sequel. But actually,
It's called Monster Hunter.
that's what I'm saying. They have
not what you
they
said.
have Phantasy Star Online 2 for the PlayStation 4 in Japan. It's doing very well.
Didn't that get re-released like 7 times?
No,
Fantasy
no.
Star Online or Fantasy Star?
Well, this is the thing. There's Phantasy Star Online version 2 came out for the Dreamcast. There's Phantasy Star Online Episode 1 and 2 came out for the GameCube. Not the same thing. And there was a Phantasy Star Online 1 and 2 that came out for the Vita. Not the same thing. But there is a Phantasy Star Online 2 that's out for the PS4 in Japan. It's doing very, very well. Looks awesome. It was supposed to come out to the West 2 years ago.
Damn.
And the news just died. So that game needs to come over. But if not, a sequel would be awesome.
Well, I would agree with the sequel because the fact that none of these fucking things can count to 3. Everything's just 1-2 version. It's like the championship edition of Street Fighter 2. It's like
Yeah, it's
count
like
to 3.
Guilty Gear.
It took them years to count to 3.
It's like Guilty Gear X or
Yeah,
3rd.
it's like just fucking say 3. I'm
Still
tired
good
of this
games
shit.
though.
It's annoying.
Oh, man.
All right. So what do you got?
Mine goes along with my T-shirt. Metal Gear Rising needs a sequel.
You just want to see Raiden flip around naked.
Actually, that's
He wasn't naked in Rising. Okay?
And the sequel, you want that. You know.
I mean, if they could make that work. No, I'm just joking.
I had that on my list, man.
Stuff.
It was an awesome game.
I actually put that on there.
Metal Gear Rising is an awesome game.
If you could make an awesome sequel to that game, which had awesome boss music,
That was Japanese as hell.
awesome,
Yep.
awesome boss battles, the fact you could chop people that you hate into a million pieces, that
And
shit
they
is
could,
crazy.
and they could do it because this storyline wise, it takes place after what was
Exactly.
it, 4.
Takes place after 4, yeah.
So they could just go on forever with it.
Easily.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
that's its own franchise. And the funny thing about that game is it was well received, shockingly, because originally it sucked.
Yeah.
From what they said, it was like not
And they
coming
redid
out,
it.
and they
Right.
redid the shit.
They
and
made
it
it more
got,
like Ninja Gaiden.
yeah, it got 8s and
Well,
shit.
Platinum Games was
Yeah.
behind the development of that game. So
Yeah, but it comes out now, then you're gonna be fighting zombies. Bleh.
No, I would like to see. I think they could do a good job on it. And count to 2. Just go to 2. That's what you gotta do.
No, it'd be another fake name
Metal Gear Rising A.
No, it's like Revengeance. That's a fake word.
Revengeance. I think,
Yeah, they made that up.
Yeah.
I just noticed Kev's shirt. That's awesome.
It's
You didn't
dangerous
see
to
it?
go alone. Take this.
It's like, what am I gonna do with that wooden ass sword, old
Damn.
man?
That was
The
like
wooden sword.
Brock Lesnar's tattoo right there.
It's a dildo.
Exactly. Brock Lesnar's tattoo.
Take this. Go outside. Take this dildo. What the fuck am I gonna do with this? You gotta fuck someone.
Didn't they have those in your game?
What dildos?
The swords. The swords and the what was it? The pimp?
Wait.
What?
It's like Grand Theft Auto.
Saints Row?
Saints Row, yes.
Saints Row.
Then they have the big ass dildo.
Oh, man.
They were whipping him with dildos or something.
With a
Right?
sword. It was a sword. It was a big ass dildo.
When he was on the chariot,
A dildo?
Yeah.
he was like butt ass naked, like a gimp.
Yeah.
When you save him, oh, that was a crazy scene. That shit was a crazy scene. Wow, that was Saints Row
What were
3.
they smoking?
The pimp with the vocoder. He was like,
Yeah, that was out of this world.
oh, I love that game. After
Wow.
that, it stunk.
You don't like Agents of Mayhem?
Oh, it fucking stinks. They destroyed the whole
What
franchise.
about when they go to hell?
No.
Awful.
I downloaded that shit.
I
It
tried
was
to
free.
play. Yeah, exactly.
That
Same
shit
here.
was free? I was
Same
like,
here.
oh, it's free? Let me try this out. Boo.
Stunk.
It was
boring.
a bad way to begin that. I don't know if it got
boring
better, but it was a terrible way to
It was
start.
an awful
Garbage.
game.
I was
Awful
so
game.
bored,
Garbage.
man.
I'm like, I'm lost. What am I doing?
Yeah.
What's the point of these fucking...
Running around in hell.
What's the point of a car if I'm flying? Get this shit off. Sucks.
What do you got?
This one, you probably have this on your list. Splinter Cell.
I don't.
Oh.
No? After Blacklist, they just never came out with anything.
That's
Well, that
true.
show's
I've
still
kind of
going strong.
And I, what?
That show's still going strong, though.
Oh, yeah.
Spinoff, not so much.
Damn.
Oh man,
It was Conviction. It's Conviction, then Blacklist, and then that's it.
Blacklist was
Stopped.
awesome.
And they were both made in the
Did
same
it
style.
underperform? Why don't they have a sequel coming?
That's
Or are
a
they
good question.
What did Ubisoft say last time? I think
I always like those
they're
games.
trying to figure out what, people were asking about Prince of Persia, and they were asking about Splinter Cell, and they're trying to figure out what they want to do with it.
Put them together.
It's fucking terrible.
Prince of Persia, Splinter Cell.
It's fucking. I would never want to see. I don't even care what the game looks like.
game
I
mashup.
never want to see that mashup ever.
They have like a turban and the
No, that'd be awful.
and guns.
What is this piece of shit?
in a palace.
Problem solved.
You fuck up, you go back in time.
Put it together. That's it.
That's hilarious.
I think that's what they should
That's
do.
interesting. Imagine they did that, like a video game mashups,
Yeah.
like two games that have nothing to do with each other, but they take the best parts and put them together
Right.
Oh, man.
That was horrible. That was horrible.
and call it Shadow Mortal.
I want to see Splinter Cell. They had the co-op mode. They had a co-op mode for Conviction and Blacklist,
They were good.
and they upped the ante for Blacklist.
No, that was it was fun.
It was really good.
A lot of fun.
And it had its own story. It was like its own separate game, kind of
Yeah.
in a sense. It was
Army
really,
of
really
Two.
good.
That was the separate game.
Army 2.
Shit, that
Kind of.
I would like a sequel to that also.
With stealth.
Kane Lynch.
It's like Kane Lynch.
Wow.
Both of those actually.
Is it? You just mentioned the same game.
Damn, man.
All right. The next game on my list is rather new. They did such a horrible job at part 1. I think that they would have to do better with a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Mighty Number 9.
I know you're dying for.
It was a failed game. Everything about it was failed. The game itself wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that
Graphics
bad.
could have been better. The pizza explosions, which they referred
Pizza
to
explosions.
online,
Pizza explosion.
that could have been done a lot better. Like it was just not polished.
Really?
The gameplay itself wasn't bad.
It's not
It
bad.
wasn't Mega Man,
Yeah.
but that's what people expected.
But it had a Mega Man vibe to it.
Kinda.
It was like you dash
It had that
into
fruity
someone-
Mega Man 8 vibe. I get rid of that.
Fruity
So,
Mega Man vibe. It
I
wasn't
think it
that
could
bad.
be a better game. I think it could be a better game.
I think
That's
so
all I'm
too.
saying. So I think a part 2 would be good for it. Like they had what the heck was it called? The Mighty Gunvolt Burst.
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
that.
yeah, that looks good.
And that is
That
a
is
much
good.
better version.
That
Even
looks a
though
lot
the graphics
better.
aren't even nearly as polished,
No.
but it works better for it because
Right.
they did something that looked cheesy for the original game for
Yeah.
Mighty Number 9. So doing it in an 8-bit way gave it some more charm and made it feel more like a Mega Man game. Plus the gameplay of it was better
Yeah.
than Mighty
Animation
Number
too.
9. So it just looked better. It felt better to play.
Does it play
The
like
animation is really good on it.
Right.
Yeah.
I have it for the 3DS.
Does it
It's really
play
good.
like Mighty Number 9?
He doesn't have a dash, no.
No, it doesn't have a
It
dash.
feels more like a Mega Man.
Okay.
Not Mega Man X, Mega Man.
But
But that's what I think. I think that after what they learned not to do in the first one,
yeah.
there would be a much better sequel. So I think they should at least get a chance to do a sequel. I mean, no one will buy it,
Mhm.
so they probably will never make it. But hey, save face. Do it better. Do it better. Give it to everyone who bought it for free.
Wow.
You guys fucked up.
This is the last one on my list. The last.
All right, so go.
Damn.
The last one on my list is Knights of the Old Republic 3.
Dear
Damn.
God.
Now, I know they made the Old Republic, which is like some MMO, which is kind of like it is the sequel to the first Knights of the Old Republic role playing games.
Star Wars.
But it's not a true Star Wars. It's not a true. It doesn't play like it. It's just an MMO that borrows, that just continues the story. I want to see a sequel.
Right.
A sequel to that.
Gotcha.
I think that is the best. That is my favorite Star Wars game ever made was Knights of the Old Republic 1. And 2 expanded some parts, just not the story. That wasn't that great. But the third one, I think, would be awesome.
I'm just tired of hearing the talking in the background.
I'm sure it would be a huge success if people have been dying for that world for a long time.
Yeah.
With today's graphics, it'll probably come out looking great.
Plus, they pretty much killed Mass Effect, so why not?
Mass Effect Armada.
Damn.
Well, they need another title. If it's not Game of Thrones, which was considered false news.
They are going to make a sequel to that, by the way.
Armada?
I just read. Yeah.
Armada?
Not Armada itself, but Mass
Mass
Effect.
Effect.
Mass Effect sequel.
They're going to make a
So it's
sequel
not dead.
because of all the backlash and everything of
Game got killed. Shit's bad.
yeah, well,
They don't want to kill the franchise.
yeah.
I don't
keep it going.
franchise.
So
Go ahead.
What do you got over there?
Castlevania.
Which one?
Which yeah,
Just
be specific.
Which type?
A completely
Like, what?
new Castlevania game, not the God of
So
War.
based off the
not,
anime?
not,
okay.
not the.
Not
that
the
would be
Lord.
amazing.
Actually,
Not
that
the
would be
Lord.
good.
If it's not the God
So
of
it's a
War.
sequel to part.
Oh, you mean
2.
like if they did what they did with Sonic Mania to
It could be one of two
Symphony of
ways.
the Night,
If it could be one of two ways, it's either like a Symphony of the Night.
right? With this, but sequel though, like
Yeah,
Symphony of the
sequel.
Night.
Yeah, Symphony of the Night, or do it 3D like Curse of Darkness.
Okay.
Portrait of Ruin. Sequel to Portrait of Ruin.
Well, I didn't play those.
Portrait
I
of
don't. I
Ruin
don't.
is
It's like-
Fortune was
That wasn't bad.
It's like a sequel to Symphony of the Night. Just think.
I don't count handhelds.
You should. Those are great.
Yeah, it was actually a good game.
Handhelds don't count.
There's your sequel right there.
It's not a sequel.
Order of Ecclesia was good
It
too.
never
so
happened.
I can't say that.
This is my pick.
That was an awesome game.
But yeah, either like Symphony of the Night or Curse of Darkness, and not like that God of War crap that they've tried to. And what is it? It was like a mix of God of War and the
Shadow of Colossus.
Shadow of Colossus.
Claws. Yeah, they combined those and it failed miserably.
And they,
you know what
It
pissed me
was
off?
the best. It was the best.
You know what's the worst?
The first one was the
ripped-
best selling one. The second one failed miserably.
You know what's so horrible about the first one?
The first
It's the second stage.
You like that
They
epic
play
music?
this epic music. Will nothing happen?
right.
But you gotta kill those things.
Nothing happened.
You gotta kill
Terrible.
those werewolves. It's crazy.
Terrible.
Fucking
man.
awful. I'm like, this is not.
Didn't like it.
No. And it's mad long for no reason.
I got lost in what was it, the third stage where you're like in the forest
to
or
the
whatever,
third
and then
Yeah, right. You made it the third stage. I was like, fuck this.
So you made it up to
man.
that big ass thing you had to climb.
Yeah, it was, I
well,
was
yeah.
in that
You
second
mean the
chap-
rip off?
The first chapter is like 12 stages. The 13th stage. The second chapter is like 6, and I stopped at the second. I'm like, this
I forgot where it was on YouTube where I saw somebody made a video. It was like a side by side comparison of the boss in Shadow of Colossus, and the fucking
No, the rip off.
the rip off of fucking.
That's a complete ripoff. Complete ripoff.
Yo, it was like frame by frame, the exact same fucking same boss.
Actually, now it's funny that
It
you
was the
said.
exact same boss.
It's funny you said like the anime. If they did the anime with the same characters,
Part
Yeah.
2.
like Curse of Darkness, I would be ecstatic if they
Oh,
did it
that's-
like
that'd
that.
be cool.
If they did, I would be ecstatic if they did it like
Curse of Darkness is really underrated
that.
too.
It never gets any fucking credit. It's
Never
the-
gets credit.
Wow.
It's
That
one
music
of
though.
the
That music is
music.
amazing.
That music was amazing.
Yeah.
It
Best
was
soundtrack.
amazing.
One of the best
Let's
soundtracks.
save that for another podcast.
Yeah. Next one, because I got a couple more.
I have a lot more, man.
I got like 3.
You got
I'll
3?
make it fast though.
Yeah.
Shit, I got like 7.
Run through them all. I'm done. Run through them all.
There's a game I don't think you guys played this. I know you played this.
Choo Choo Rocket.
Yeah, let me start now. Enslaved.
Yes.
That game.
Yes,
You know,
that's what I was
That game
talking about.
needs a goddamn sequel.
Enslaved. What was
Yes.
that about?
That game was fucking slept on. It was
That
a
was the
sleeper.
monkey tail guy who had the chick with him the whole time.
I saw you play that.
The game is the shit. The fucking character development in the
adventure
game
Mm.
was done so well, and
Yeah,
it's
it's
fucked up because it was just overlooked.
Damn.
Who made it? I forget.
Ninja Theory.
Yes.
Ninja.
Ninja
the
Theory.
The ones who made that game that you just got. The one that you
That's,
downloaded. The one that was a psychic, like the chick with the sword.
Oh, Hellblade.
Hellblade. Yeah, they made that.
Son of Sacrifice.
Oh.
No, the character development in this shit is so good, and they're like geniuses when it comes to like, like creating, like making you feel and like
You know what it reminded me
empathy,
of?
and you put yourself in their place.
You know what that reminded me of? The interaction between you and the chick, and that reminded me of Prince of Persia, the first one that Ubisoft did over for the 3D stuff.
Like the chemistry
Yeah.
between the characters,
The
is
banter
really
and stuff
good.
is dope.
Yeah. A lot of people like
Sucks
that.
you in the game, man.
I like the
oh.
first Prince of Persia. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Well, you need to play this one.
Yeah, no, it still holds up. It still holds up.
But
I would recommend playing it.
I don't know how they make a sequel of that either. Because they're not going to spoil anything, but
I mean,
it's probably not going to have a sequel.
there's ways they could do it.
A prequel.
There's
maybe.
ways they could do
Yeah,
it.
prequel. He was Goku. He was that monkey legend. That's the same thing.
That monkey legend.
Yeah, that's a huge legend over there.
Monkey rap.
There's
The
ways
guy
they
who
could do it.
flies on the cloud with the thing with the tail.
It could be like a flash.
That's a huge
It
story
could be
over
like
there.
a flashback type of thing too.
Oh yeah, it would
you
have.
know.
It would probably. Not, I don't want to spoil it. So
And Slay, I bet you I played that game too. It was short. It was a short game.
it wasn't short.
It was not short.
It was
no.
not short.
It was not short. Had a good combat
You didn't play it.
system.
You watched me play it though. You saw me play it.
Good combat system. Good puzzles. Good adventure. It was like it's
Kind of remind me of a Tomb Raider-esque type thing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Tomb Raider, Uncharted, kinda.
Yeah, something like that. But
Interesting.
more. It wasn't as like. I mean, not polished, but it was polished. But it was not like.
It didn't have the budget that
It wasn't like a Hollywood movie.
Yeah,
like,
it wasn't like a AAA title.
It was more like a game.
budget.
Yeah, but it was good.
But for what they had, like budget wise, they did a really really good job.
Wow.
So my next game is from the music genre. So that's not a big type of game now. Like back in the day, like in the 90s, they had Beatmania, Beatmania games and all that. And
Elite Beat Giants.
no.
No.
Well, yes, actually, Elite Beat
Elite Beat Agents.
Giants.
Not Giants.
No.
They weren't
Elite
big?
Beat
No.
Agents. But games like
Elite
that,
Beat
right?
Agents is the American.
Games like that were huge. So nowadays, you probably never see anything like that.
No.
So I want a sequel to either the Jammer Lammy series or Parappa series. Something in that vein.
I don't think they
From
should do that. No,
character.
they should never do that. God, so pissed.
Hate it. So yes, I want something from that creator because it was just so quirky and nothing is like that.
Yeah.
Nothing to this day has been like that except for maybe Guitaru Man.
That's on my list.
So it can still be on your list. That needs a sequel too.
No.
No, I have too many on my list, so that
But
just knocks it off. There.
Either Guitar Man, I want a sequel for that too. But
That-
games that did the music genre right,
Yeah.
I want a sequel to.
No.
Yeah.
Wii Music. No Wii Music.
I said right. I said right. But the quirkiness of this, I don't know if they could pull it off now because it's just so weird. I know he had a
No,
game
they
that he
can
was
pull it
working
off.
on. He did have a game that was working on with actually it was both of them.
What?
They had a Kickstarter and it failed. And I'm mad that it failed.
Ooh, man, what?
Because
What
I didn't
game?
put any money to it. It would have passed. But the Guitaru Man guy
Oh yeah.
and the Parappa the Rapper guy, we were going to make their own music game together. And it failed. So that's why I know nowadays no one gives a fuck.
Oh,
Damn, man.
So it's kind of sad. I hope someone picks that up and they do make it, and I hope it's successful. Because I'll
Come
buy
on,
it.
man.
I'll buy the game. I wasn't sure everyone was going to support it, so I didn't do it.
Well, Guitar Man definitely needs a sequel, man.
That was a dope game.
That game, awesome fucking game.
Guitar Man. Yeah, never played.
Awesome fucking game.
Parappa I played. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Weird way of playing,
Yes,
but fun.
fun.
I could think of one, even though I'm out of.
Oh
games.
man, skip them.
So
Go
let's
ahead, Eric.
I'm gonna do it real fast. Panzer Dragoon needs a sequel.
You said that.
Said that,
Yeah, you said that.
If
Today?
you listen to our podcast, you've heard us talk about
Yeah,
Panzer Dragoon.
yeah.
I've mentioned
we're
We're beating a dead horse already.
So we're gonna move on.
Come on.
I have a lot left, so I'm gonna go too quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna go too
I'm gonna go through all of them. too.
So, you'll agree with this one. Tenchu.
Oh
needs
shit,
a
that's
sequel.
a good one.
I was just thinking.
No, you
have
weren't.
that.
You weren't thinking shit. Tenchu needs one as soon as possible. That game was fucking awesome.
They do need
Nice.
They do need a standout ninja game.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
really have one anymore.
Bring
Ninja
back
Ninja Gaiden,
Shinobi.
what?
Shinobi.
Ninja.
Oh,
Are you just
man.
gonna shout things
sorry.
out, or are you just going to
Damn,
like
man.
really? No. Tenchu had like it was a ninja game with stealth, but it had a funny charm to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the and the I am find you like
Yeah.
they gotta keep if they keep that stuff
Yes.
and make it with current graphics. I think that'll work very well. And
And they need another secret stage that goes into the future.
yeah,
with cops chasing.
For
yes.
shits and giggles, yes.
Bitch.
And my number 2 would be Contra.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
nowadays,
All right.
you think the Contra will work nowadays?
I think it will.
Yeah.
I think it will.
Well, on the Switch, everything
But
works.
I
on
would
the
like
Switch.
to, even though 2D would be very dope, and that's just the way it's made. I would like to see him experiment again with 3D, just to see.
What do you mean by that?
No, you make it like Gears of War with platforms.
Hell, no.
No,
Hell no.
definitely not.
Hell no.
Gears of War.
That doesn't
A
work.
little bit of a cover system. Give me a spray gun.
No.
Don't let Kev
no,
make games.
I'm not sure.
Do you mean 3D like the 2D 3D one? Or do you mean like
What, the
3D like
overhead?
the crap one?
The overhead.
No,
one?
no, the 2D 3D one was made with polygons, but it was 2D. And they had like 3D backgrounds.
2.5
Kind of like that.
D.
I would.
That was a dope one. Remember when he changed sides, your partner, and he was the bad guy? That one. That game.
I'm trying to think which one was. I'm almost
forget
thinking
which
that
one.
was the overhead one.
No, it wasn't overhead.
No,
No.
Even though I
It was
did
all-
like that one a lot. A lot of people hated that one. I liked the
I'm
overhead.
one of them.
I really enjoyed that one. The overhead
I
one.
didn't mind the
I thought
overhead.
that was
That was
really
okay.
dope. The
I like it.
hardcore, the hard, or is it the hard?
The one that came out for
Hardcore?
360.
Hardcore was dope.
was really good. Hard as fuck, but it was very good.
After you build your character up and give some free lives.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna go 2D, 2.5D, that's fine. It's probably will be.
It's probably the
come out a lot
best way
better.
the Contra could
I
work. You
would
can't
li-
dodge.
I would like to
in
see
3D.
them experiment with a 3D.
Dodge
I
aside.
honestly don't know how they
Dodge
would,
aside.
but I would like to see it and experiment with it. But
Okay.
either or, that's fine. Those are my
Anything else?
Well, I got more, but I'm knocking 2 out.
Oh, so we're gonna do 2. All right.
Yeah,
So 2 at a time.
Since
All
you
right.
have a lot too.
Yeah. All right. This one you can agree with. Binary Domain
But
could use a sequel.
What's
That was like the Gears of War. Those robots.
It was like Vanquish, but with
It
people.
was like
it was like
not as yeah. It was not as fast. It wasn't as fast as wasn't as fast as Vanquish.
that was a. I enjoyed.
It was more slow paced.
I enjoyed the fuck out of that game. Was
But-
that Sega?
Yeah.
I enjoyed. The
Also
fuck out of that.
Sega. Shit.
Yeah,
Sega
I
makes
enjoyed
some
that
fucking-
a lot. That was
Yeah.
very
Binary Domain was a fucking a great game, man. It was fun.
Binary
It was
Domain.
fun.
I gotta look that up. I don't
It's
think I ever played
basically Gears of War with robots. That's all it was. It was like
Yeah.
you know
2 players
online.
Online, yeah.
online. Binary Domain. What?
Yeah, it should have been split, but they didn't do split.
It should have been. They didn't have the budget for that.
Yeah,
Still good though.
yeah, that was a really the action was very good.
Jay's stepped out
Keep
for a little
going.
bit, so I'm just gonna go with the second one, and we'll fill him in when he comes back. God Hand.
Oh no, he's got to be down for this one. He's got to be down for this. Yo, Jay,
you know
you got
what?
to be down for this one.
I gotta say that game could
Nah.
use a sequel. I would love to see what they would come out with.
I have a very
Like
special
God
place
Hand.
in my heart
That game,
for God Hand. He just said God Hand.
God Hand, could
Yeah.
use a sequel.
That.
They're getting one in Fist of the North Star.
No, it's not. Kev's not the
Oh
same.
man,
Not the same. Not even remotely the same.
Yee.
No, God
Not even
Hand.
close.
God Hand needs a sequel as soon as possible.
Well, I was gonna say also, yeah, with the release of that Fist of the North Star
Yeah,
that they just announced for PS4,
right.
that looks like, I mean, it's not gonna be the same as God Hand. God Hand had its
Fuck
own Japanese weird charm and weird, just weird.
Funny, comedic, weird
Funny shit though.
dudes
That will
in
never be-
lingerie dancing and
Aye.
Elvis dudes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
that's
stuff in
just
that
funny.
game that can't be in any other game except for maybe a Suda 51 game. I can only see it in that type of game.
It's true.
That's it.
Yeah.
So even though it's definitely inspired by Fist of North Star, but yeah, that definitely needs a
It's
sequel.
so-
You kidding me? That was so slept on. It was
It
so
was
good.
So it got a fucking 3. You gotta be kidding me.
I mean, that's only one review.
I know, but
it
still.
did. It did.
No
better.
one should ever rate that a 3. That game was awesome.
Yeah, but that needs a sequel. Yes, I think it should be, or at least polished. Do that one over.
Yeah.
'Cause I just want that game, the way you can make your combos and stuff. I need that in another game.
That's
Yeah.
good.
It was
That's
dope.
really good.
Yeah.
What do you say, man?
Let me see.
How many you got left?
I only have two. I'm gonna two real quick,
Knock your
and then
two
I'm
out.
done.
All right.
Brave Fensu Musashi. So
Nah.
most of my games are from the PlayStation. era.
Oh,
Yeah, okay,
So-
now I know.
I
what that
forgot
is.
about
Yeah,
that
yeah,
game.
So
I remember that.
That game was fun.
yes, it was.
Yeah.
That, speaking of charm, it was like a different world for Zelda. Like
Yeah.
it's a different type of Zelda type gameplay, and it was
3D.
3D and it was very well done.
Mhm.
It was like a isometric view kind of, but the boss battles and everything. It was just a fun game, and
Yeah.
I would like to see a much better looking version. I mean, they can kill with that right now.
Oh
Are you
my
kidding
god,
me?
easily.
Yeah, because it looked like a cartoon. It looked like an anime, but it had its own style.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to see that just not as blocky.
Oh,
So, I mean, I would like them to make a new one of that
Right.
or remake, but that was other podcast. this one I want a sequel for. So just bring that back. I want that back.
That would be the shit.
And my other one is Thousand Arms. It's a role player. It's a role player.
I saw that before.
I never played it.
It's a role player for PS1.
looked good.
It's very anime-esque.
Mm-hmm.
It's like two different styles of gameplay. It's a role-playing game and a dating sim,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of like how Persona, like Persona, what was it?
Persona 5.
4 or 5? Do you do it? Yeah, you do dating sims in that too. So it was kind of a early version of those types of games,
Mm-hmm.
and it worked very well. It just based on how well you were connected to the chick,
Mm-hmm.
gave you your power and all that stuff. So you had to do well. If you failed, you didn't do well, and you didn't get any powers or whatever. So it was a weird game, but it already looked good then.
Yeah.
I mean, looking back now, it probably would look pretty bad.
Actually, Persona 5 did have that.
But it looked like they took a lot of
Your friends will
mechanics
text
from it.
you. Your friends will text you if you ignored the text. Like it affects you in battle.
Yeah,
Like they wouldn't help you out as much, and you get like your stats boost up when you
That's
hang out with your
funny.
friends more.
but
so
it
it's
was
like
a
managing all that
I
shit.
liked the art in it,
Right.
and I think that would do well with the art that you could do now
Mm-hmm.
because it did still look like an anime.
Yeah.
But I think it would look way more like a cartoon now if you
Mhm.
did it like in a what is it in the what's the Tales type of graphics.
Oh,
If
really?
you did it like that,
That would be the shit.
yeah, I would like to play a sequel there.
That would be the
'Cause
shit.
it was a dope game, and not a lot of people talk about it.
No.
How many
I
left?
haven't heard
do you
that game
have?
in a while.
A bunch.
Oh, let me say one game.
Nah, Kev, you're out of them. Let's go.
No, one game real fast. A sequel to the Simpsons game that came out for the 360. That game was awesome.
So like Simpsons the movie too.
2 players, and it was just going through different video games every single stage. It was hilarious.
No,
So
it's
it's
one of the
called-
most.
Actually, that was a good game.
It's
very
called
underrated.
South Park now.
Very underrated.
That was very underrated game.
Extremely.
It was probably the best. It was the best Simpsons game I ever played.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna knock out 3.
Bart versus the Space Mutants, not the best. Not the
Get
best.
that shit out of here.
I have 5 left.
Oh
so.
shit, that was a claim. 6. a fucking hard game.
All right, I'm gonna go with this one.
Claim to
It's
fame.
kind of a new game, but it could use a sequel. Shovel Knight should get a sequel.
Ooh, it's got a sequel.
Okay. Yeah, it
Like
does.
Shovel Knight 2. I'm saying
Oh,
Shovel Knight 2, not Spectre Knight crap.
That's a great game.
Not saying it's a bad game, but no, Shovel Knight 2. I want to see it say Shovel Knight 2
I'm pretty sure it's coming.
and keep
Yeah.
it the same graphics.
Well, they got
I'm pretty sure it's
no,
gonna be.
I'm sure they're gonna. They
keep
made
it fucking mad, ugly looking, but
They-
add more power ups and all that shit.
they ported it to everything. So
That's an awesome game. I love that game.
That game
So
has
nice,
dug into the minds of every gamer in the world.
It's dope.
Somehow it got
really-
there.
No, it got to me big time. I'm like, this is really nostalgic, and
I
it's,
beat that on the low. Nobody was watching. I was like, oh,
Yeah, right. You beat it
play
all
it.
silently. And I was like, oh shit.
beat the
second one.
Battletoads up and everything.
Oh, I didn't fight the. You gotta fight the Battletoads.
That was tough.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't fight them yet.
No.
That was tough.
Second one is Mega Man X. Needs a sequel.
Oh, they're done.
Yes,
no,
they
no.
do.
They did
Yeah.
9.
No,
They didn't do
else?
9?
8.
They didn't do 9?
They didn't do 9.
7 was the 3D one, and then they went
Unless
back
you
to 8
want to
was
count
good.
like Mega Man X Command Mission, the role
No,
playing game.
doesn't count.
Nah.
Doesn't count.
No, the hell no, that don't count.
That doesn't
Mega
count.
Man
Command
XY.
mission. That doesn't
XY
even
doesn't
sound the
count.
same.
None of that.
Take place during the
Oh,
regular
was it
story.
XZ?
What's the third one?
ZX.
It was ZX. I wanted to play that.
That was good, but it's
Nah, fuck that shit.
same
That's Zero.
universe.
That's your boy Zero.
No, that's a different Zero. He's wearing lingerie. It's not Zero. It's a girl. The third one.
Yeah.
The
The ZX doesn't star Zero,
The-
Zero, but the Zero one came. Zero series came before the ZX.
gives a fuck about that shit. The last one is Legend of Oasis.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
The Beyond Oasis series is one of the most slept on series.
So you want the story of Oasis?
Yeah, keep because there's an Oasis game that came out. Some big-headed fool. It has nothing to do with the Beyond Oasis series. I think if they did it like Breath of the Wild without all the extensive cooking and all that stuff,
What was that for? That was for
That's
Genesis.
for Genesis.
No, it's for
Genesis,
Genesis
and then
and
Saturn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Saturn. That's why no one knows what the fuck Legend.
That's 2 IPs owned by Sega that would make a killing. Star Online and the or Beyond Oasis series, man.
Yeah, but they did it Breath of the Wild style.
And Binary.
It'll be
whatever.
dope.
And Binary Domain.
And Vanquish.
And
We named a lot-
Vanquish.
We named another
I'm
Sega
playing
game.
Vanquish this week. I'm telling you, I have to. Out
Game
of
is
your
fun.
next.
Oh my god.
I have
Take us home out.
I have 6 fucking games
Take
and
us
an
home.
honorable mention. So
All
what-
those are honorable mentions.
So what should I just go through all
Go
of
through
them?
them, go through
Just
them.
go
Go
through
through
all of
them.
them. All right.
I'll knock out all mine in the next. So just.
All right. So Tearaway.
Who?
Nobody played this
Fairway.
shit.
Ah.
Nobody played this shit. It
The
came
Vita.
out originally for the Vita. They
I got it free.
They remastered it for PS4.
Got it free on PS.
Great game, made by the same people that made the fuck man,
Hmm.
Little Big Planet,
Yep.
Media Molecule. Same studio. Awesome game. Underrated. Next game I got here is
It's the same. It's not the same on PS4 than it is on.
no, it's not the same.
Vita.
It was made for the Vita, like
Yeah.
the camera and shit. Like you take a picture of yourself, and like you go through the stage, and you're like,
Face in
you
the
see your
background.
face in the like certain parts of the background. Like your face is the
hilarious.
I
sun.
think I've seen this.
Your face is like the sun
You can
in
put
the
your
background
finger, you can
of
put
the
your finger
stage.
on the
I've seen
touchscreen on the
this.
back,
Yeah, the touchscreen on the back. The
and you can
shit.
stick your finger through and make a hill to go on and stuff.
I've
It was
seen
crazy.
that.
You can't do that on anything but the Vita. So
Yeah.
that's
It
one
was-
game that needed to be played on there.
Specifically
Wow.
made for the Vita.
Not
I have
free.
both
It's not free
versions.
for the Vita. Damn it!
I have both versions, and I gotta say the definitive is for the Vita. Next game is actually, you might disagree with me, but I'd like to see a sequel to Deadpool that nobody played.
Coming out next
Nobody
year.
fucking played this shit.
Yeah, I
Come on,
gotta
next
play
year.
that still.
The sequel to Deadpool, because that game was fucking funny as shit. It
Right.
was, in my opinion, I think it was funnier, or at least on the same length of the Deadpool movie.
I heard it was very good.
Very
I heard a lot of
fucking good,
things
man.
about it, yeah. A lot of good things about it.
Hard ass boss though. That motherfucker was tough as shit.
Not harder than the Narc boss.
Yo, Narc. Yo, man.
No,
Who
and
throws out the Narc boss?
It wasn't
Hey,
even.
it looked like Deadpool.
It wasn't like a difficulty thing because of like playing like the
Neither
boss
was
or
that.
anything.
Right.
It was the glitches in the game
Exactly.
that caused
The problems.
that shit
Just like Narc.
to just be frustrating. Yeah, to the point where and there was no meter. There was no like hit meter
Nope.
to know when this fucking boss was gonna die or if
like-
you were even hurting him.
Just like Narc.
So it was like an endurance test basically. It was just like, what the fuck? How do you
Right.
beat this guy?
Wow.
Next
You
game,
needed a blue Deadpool.
but very good game if you guys haven't played it.
Just like Narc.
Check it out. You should definitely check it out,
I'm
Eric.
just trying to ignore him.
I think Eric would like it.
I probably would. Sounds good.
Next game on my list is Dino Crisis. That shit is an old game. Yeah, PS1 days.
I
Yeah.
remember
I think that needs a sequel.
That needs that needs a sequel. I'd love to see. I'm curious to know what
It
they
would
would
look
do.
cool.
Because look, if they could do
Graphic wise, it would
Yeah,
look
yeah.
pretty
the way
good.
I see it, it's like, all right, look what they've done. Look what they've done with Resident Evil, with the franchise
They
over
ruined
the
it.
years.
They ruined it.
Well, they did eventually ruin it, but they did have some gems though. They did
Kevin,
come
I
out
don't
with
think
some
they
good
ruined
stuff.
it. It's just different.
It's not Resident Evil, but
He said it very quick. It's not Resident Evil.
Dino Crisis.
it's not. But Dino Crisis would be.
You didn't like
interesting.
Dino Crisis 3?
They made 3?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
it was
they
in
did.
space.
They did.
Oh
it was
my
in
God.
space. That shit was horrible.
And it was.
But if
yeah.
an
That shit was
Xbox-
horrible.
Crisis.
You could
I
only go
remember
so
that.
far with that.
And it was horrible. It
You
was
can't
horrible.
go to.
Well, where do you think dinosaurs went? They ain't on the planet
Yeah,
no
so
more.
I'm-
They're in space.
But if they do a true sequel, they need to like kind of do like a soft reboot. You know, like reinvent the story, kind of, but make it an official sequel. You know what I mean?
As long as there's a helicopter that gets shot down by a bazooka,
like they did with
that's all they got to do.
with the so-called fake Resident Evil 7. They
Yeah.
kind of
real Resident
shoehorned it, you know. They shoehorned in the storyline.
If you could
know?
be the dinosaur, then I might play it.
That'd be pretty fun, actually.
If you
I
can
would-
hunt
I would be
down-
interested
If you
to
can
see
hunt down people online, just change the game.
Yeah, that,
You can bite their heads off.
Next game, I said you already know I'm going to say what I'm going to say already. I've said it a million times. Burnout could use a sequel, even though it's not going to
I
happen.
don't trust them.
Yeah,
I wouldn't trust them.
I doubt it's
I
going to
wouldn't
ever
want
happen.
a sequel. Only remake.
Well,
I don't
Burnout
trust them.
Paradise shouldn't be the last
I
fucking
don't trust
Burnout.
them. Only remake.
Burnout Paradise should not
Don't
be.
trust them to make another one because it would be open world garbage.
Burnout Paradise. It was the
Yeah.
worst, boring fucking game. I don't like open world racing games. Like I like the arcade. It's meant to be an
Road
arcade game.
blasters.
Huh?
Road blasters.
Oh shit. Oh, Road Rash.
Road blasters.
Road.
Hey, that's a Road Rash 3, baby.
Oh shit! I gotta put that on there.
Road Rash 3 is dope.
Throw that on there.
Love mine.
That could use a sequel.
There you go.
What else I got on here? It said Dino Crisis, Burnout, L.A. Noir.
Okay.
I actually looked that game up the other
Rockstar.
day. I
That
looked
game
it up.
was the shit.
The facial animation.
That game was
Yeah.
the shit, and the way you solve crimes and shit, and the investigation.
You know,
and like
Mikey would like that game.
oh my
Yeah.
god!
I heard it might be coming to the Switch.
Well, you know what they
Really?
should do?
I heard.
They should license out that facial
get that.
animation to the Shenmue dudes because they've gotten a lot of flack. for that trailer.
Look. Yu Suzuki said
They
they're not
took
done.
it out. They took it out. All right,
Not
they
done.
took it out of the trailer. Stop taking
Yep.
shots, Jay. Stop taking
I'm saying
shots.
they need the facial.
I got two more on this list. One
prefer
is really
without.
an honorable mention, but the next game is Grandia 2,
Oh, let's go.
a sequel to that.
So
would be awesome. Grandia 3 would be
I'd
amazing.
like to see that.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
I would want
Holy
that
shit.
for release on the phone.
No, stop,
Oh, man.
man!
Get out of here.
How dare you?
I think
say
they can make a killing.
Oh,
Fuck
man.
Billions. Billions.
I'll
of
break
dollars.
my fucking phone.
But I haven't seen that battle system used. I haven't seen it in any fucking
good
other
system.
RPG.
It's a good
It was
system.
one of the most fun I've had with the RPG battle, turn-based
Really?
RPG.
It was a
battle
pretty
system.
good turn. Yeah, it was a pretty.
Because it
it
was-
was good. It was a good game.
I don't recall playing it.
It was a meter. It was a meter, and then like every move you do, like the meter would go up,
Mm.
and it would move according to your like stats.
It's
And you
very
would
cool.
hit. You could hit the enemy, and the harder you hit them, like the enemy
Knocks
would
their
go
turn.
back.
Oh, I did play it a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It was dope.
It was
Okay.
It was
cool,
like
man.
a timer with everybody, and
Yes.
it would jump up.
Yeah, that's right. If you hit them right before they attacked, it did
They would
something.
skip it.
Yeah,
They
that's
would skip
right.
it.
It was a
Turn.
cool. It was a cool mechanic, man.
Yeah, and a better
kept
fighting
it-
system than Skies of Arcadia. I remember the fighting system was better in Grandia too. Definitely.
It's its own game. It's always mentioned with this other freaking game.
I know.
It is.
And,
And Skies of Arcadia, Grandia too. They're the same fucking
It
planet.
was like the only role-playing games released for the system. So it's
No.
like
Dreamcast.
Silver. Stop it.
Silver wasn't bad. I already
man.
beat that.
Hey, I bought that.
It was a tiny little piece.
It was so small, but I liked it.
PC
though.
game.
I liked
And
it.
even though this game came out yesterday, by the time you guys watch this, this is quite some time. So, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I'd love to see what they do in the sequel
already?
because I am addicted to this fucking game.
You like it? That much?
I'm already 25% through the game.
So you
I
want more.
in one sitting. I got to a quarter of the game. It is fucking fun, man.
No, that's awesome.
It is fun,
They said
and
it's
a-
co-op too.
It's co-op. Yeah.
it's a different mechanic. It's like a Fire Emblem kind of, and like the
Advance Wars?
the XCOM games,
okay.
Advance Wars. It's a turn-based strategy, tactical turn-based strategy
With a little humor.
with a lot of humor.
Oh,
actually,
that's nothing but humor.
It was a lot of humor, but
Game looks retarded.
the coolest thing is that you could jump on your partner's
You could bounce
head.
off them
You could bounce off their head and use that
to get behind
to
them
get
and
on top of like
Hills and stuff.
the hills and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and platform in the level, and it makes you think
It's a lot of
differently.
strategy.
It's weird because it's like you have your regular plane,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, oh, you can go through this terrain, and then you have the option also to jump on top of your partner's head if you're close enough, and then you can go even further out
Yeah.
in the field. So when you're looking at your enemies, they could do the same shit. So you got to like take that into consideration. So it really changes the dynamic.
I
of
read
the
nothing
game.
but good things about that game.
That rabbit
And you
princess
can't
pizza.
heal during battle. That was one thing I found out that
She's
it's
sassy.
not really you can't.
Oh, I can't heal.
You
Okay.
cannot heal during battle, which actually brings. That's why it's so. The people that are criticizing it for
That's
being
tough.
hard is because of that. Because you have to do
Like
like
chess.
two consecutive battles with the same with no healing.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. Now that means you have to really strategize like everything you're doing and think way in advance before.
Well, that's what that fear though. That was too kiddie and it wasn't gonna be hard enough.
No, this shit is tough. It's tough. It's tough. And I thought,
Kids
and I
will
thought
think they
this
can
is-
play it. but
I
they-
thought the same thing too because the way it like gradually like pulls
it's
you in.
tutorial, yeah.
It's so easy. Like in the beginning, I'm like, oh, this ain't shit, man. Whatever, blow. And then they give you it's fucked up because they taunt you before every battle. They say press Y for easy mode or whatever, and it gives you full health, and it fucking it gives you like 50% more health or whatever.
Damn.
And I finally actually used it. Finally used it after 25 because I got into one battle. I was like, oh fuck this, because I finished one battle. I was like, I had like 10% whatever hit points left.
Yeah.
I was right about to die, and I'm like, I'm going through another battle. I have to fight 10 people. What the fuck?
I hate it. when
Easy
they do
mode.
that.
Fuck it.
I hate
Fuck
it when they do that though. When,
Fuck
when
it.
you're in normal and you get your ass whipped like 4 times in a row, or whatever, and they're like, easy.
That's
Like,
Yeah,
get
no,
out
they
of here.
taunt the shit out of you with that,
I don't
man.
want that.
It's like fuck you.
Nope.
that's foul.
It's like it's either that or replay the fucking battle again
Yeah.
that you just won
No.
to the skin of your teeth. You're like, ugh.
So a sequel already.
Bro.
Yeah, finish that one.
Already.
I know. I'd love to see what they do with it, and I want to see it sell.
There's a lot of indie games I want sequels to, but I'm not going to go on.
What
them
do
right
you got left?
now. Oh, I'm done.
Okay,
For
you
now?
done?
No,
I got 3 more games. I'm gonna go real fast.
God
All
damn
right.
it, man.
Advance Wars needs a sequel.
That's a good one.
Battalion Wars needs a sequel.
What?
It's like it's like a real time.
I know what it
strategy.
is.
Battalion
I know
Wars.
what it is.
Battalion Wars 3 needs to happen. And F-Zero, goddammit. Bring that. All right, bring that fucking series back.
Fast RMX,
We need to
man.
see it. Well, it's like Wipeout. It's like no, it's good. It's good, but we need a real F-Zero sequel. That's it.
I like a Wipeout.
I'm running
sequel.
through I'm running through quick 8.
Like a real Wipeout.
I have
sequel.
8 left, and I'm running through them fast.
Go ahead.
Skies of Arcadia.
Nice.
Obviously, that's obvious. It needs a
Right.
fucking sequel. Guardian Heroes needs a real fucking sequel. All right? Whatever came out for the handheld was a piece of shit.
Coda Princess.
That is not a sequel. Guardian Heroes needs a real sequel.
Okay.
Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows for the Xbox 360 needs a sequel. A nice polished sequel. Keep the same fighting system like the Batman, but just
That wasn't
clean
by
it up.
Platinum, right?
That was by some indie.
Yeah, I don't think it was Platinum.
The crap one.
Yeah, it got shit. That was good.
Yeah,
it was
Platinum-
just
yeah,
glitchy.
But that was their side,
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
side show thing.
The Out of Shadows was awesome, but it was
like Batman, but
yeah,
like a crappy Batman.
it just had some glitches.
a glitchy Batman.
Yeah.
It was a little slow and
Crap man.
it just had some-
it was crap, man. Keep everything in the game the same, just touch it up and make it perfect. Dragon Ball Z Sagas needs a sequel. They only had one game of it. They went away from it ever since, but it needs to come
I
back.
can see it happen.
You agree with the next one. Double Dragon Neon needs a sequel.
Oh, I want to put that on my list.
Double Dragon Neon
That needs a
sequel. The action, everything, the
Everything
special
about that.
moves, the music,
the role playing elements
nostalgia.
that nobody talks about because they don't play it and they just want to talk about
The
it.
only thing, just keep out the slapsticky, stupid humor. I didn't like the humor. Bro, dude.
The high five is amazing.
But
else?
other than that, it's fucking amazing.
What else?
Batman Origins needs a sequel.
No one wants it.
I do.
No one's gonna want it.
Batman
Make it with Batman and Robin. Keep the Batmobile out of tank mode and make it 2 players. Keep everything else the same. I can give 2 shits, but that's what needs to happen.
Batman Beyond.
Just Cause 3 needs a sequel. Make Just Cause 4, make it extra fucking nuts. More vehicles, more weapons, more silly dialogue.
They'd ruin it.
Oh, I got one.
They'd ruin it.
And my last one, Broforce.
Oh shit.
Make a sequel with
That'd be
Broforce with more 80s stupid characters and dialogue and all that shit.
Who the hell else would they add?
They missed a couple people.
Who?
I can't think right now. You put me on the spot.
There's a few new people. They can put Jason
I
Statham in there and stuff.
Oh, Moondiver needs a sequel.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like Moondiver.
Moondiver was
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind another Strider.
I was going
It's
to
like
say
a 4-player
that also.
strat.
Another Shredder also.
All right, and that's it.
I think I'm not
Until next
I have
podcast.
others,
not,
but
everyone thought I was gonna do it. I'm not gonna say Shining Force 4 because I don't want a Shining Force 4. I
we
want
knew
Shining
that.
Force 3 remade. That's all.
We know this.
what they remade Shining Force 3 and called it Shining Force 4.
That's fine.
Oh, that's fine.
That's completely
Like,
fine.
wait, what?
It'll be Shining Force Mania.
Everybody's playing it. They're like, wait a minute, this is Shining Force 3. What the fuck?
All right. Well, thank you for listening to the Level 857 Video Game Podcast.
You're welcome.
Be sure to subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher,
Already am.
podcast.com. If you have a podcatcher app on your phone, whether it's Apple or whether it's Android, we're going to be on it. But if you're checking this video feed out, make sure you subscribe to the Level 857 Video Game Entertainment channel. Check us out on twitch.com/level857. Check us out on Twitter at level857.
Shia LaBeouf.
You don't want to miss a video.
Damn.
Every other day we got something. We stream every other day, so we always got something for you. And we're going to see you next time. Peace.
We out.
Till then.
And let us know your remakes as well in the comments. I would like to see if we missed
sequels.
anything out
Let us
there.
know
Oh,
your
yes.
Did I say remakes or sequels? I don't give a shit.
Give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs down. Let us
don't
know
give
what
us
you
a-
think in the comments.
Yeah, you can do that.
Let us know your thoughts.
Sequels.
We're out.
We forgot Super Ninja Brothers.